bonus coverage here as we have the freshman contest happening. Pioneer down 38-7 to Chelsea. We're not going to do any play-by-play until the JV game, so we will be back in about 8 minutes. We'll come up and talk a little bit about the game between the contests. But right now, a little bonus coverage for the freshman game. Enjoy. Again, bonus coverage here of the Pioneer freshman game. We will have play-by-play for the junior varsity game that was scheduled to get going right at 6:30, but obviously the freshman game taking just a little bit of extra time. So 7:05 left to go here in the fourth. Pioneer has forced a 3rd and 2 on the Chelsea Bulldogs. Trying to get a big stop here. Pioneer down 38-7 to Chelsea freshman football. Chelsea gets the first down. That'll move the chains.
Ball carrier. Tackled by Nathan Knapp. And Ben Cole. Results of the play, the first down for Chelsea.
So we go under 7 minutes here. Chelsea taking their time in no hurry, taking as much time as they can, mainly running the ball, try and milk the clock. Pioneer defense looking for a big stop here in the fourth quarter of the freshman game. Big first down on the run for Chelsea. Edwards, the ball carrier. Zhao. Pushed him out of bounds. That will be a first down. Ball at the 23-yard line.
3-yard line. First and 10, Chelsea.
First and 10 for the freshman team. JV contest will be Ypsilanti Lincoln in to take on the junior varsity Pioneer football team. So a little change of colors for the next game for the visitors. Fake as a quarterback keeper. Whistle blown, he'll get down to the 19.
Jackson Chesko kept the ball. Tackled by number 2, Cortez Copeland.
Copeland on the tackle. That will bring up 2nd and 5 for Chelsea. So we go under 6 minutes here. Clock continues to run. One receiver to the left, 2 to the right, single back formation. And off up the middle, and it breaks all the way out to the far side, and that will be a touchdown for Chelsea.
Ran for a Chelsea touchdown.
That makes it 44-27. So now there will be a running clock coming up after kickoff here, as you have a differential. So 35-point differential, that will make a running clock. So the end of this will go a little bit quicker here once they get past the kickoff. We do have a color commentator with us today. Ryan Williams is joining us for his first foray into color commentary on football. Former Pioneer football player. You want to kind of give your little CV there?
Yeah, of course, man. My name is Ryan Williams. I was on graduated here from 2018. So some of those old Bellers and Coach Bellers, Coach Brown teams from that era. Happy to be here. Pleasure for the opportunity. And it's really cool. We get a little sneak 5 minutes here from some free football to commentate here. And I remember my fair share of not to sugarcoat it, a blowout loss, right? But it does happen, and when you take it as when you take it at face value, a blowout loss, the humanity, the torture, right?
Yeah.
That's not how you're gonna really learn from it, right? You are in high school, right? It's Pioneer High School.
Yep.
School's where you learn. It's a learning experience, right?
Hey, absolutely.
So sit down tomorrow, watch that film. After you do those jumping jacks and run through the forest a little bit like we always did on Fridays, Fridays get that nice little slower practice, watch the film, see what you did wrong, level head next week.
I don't know about you, but I've always learned more from when I make mistakes than when I do things right.
Oh, no.
For better or worse, that picked up, coming ahead with it. So fumble on the snap, but picked up 7, trying to get around the edge, as he's been dynamic this game, as he'll get out past the 30, out just shy of the 35-yard line. So good return here.
Yeah, we saw this very similar earlier in the game. At the first play of the fourth quarter, where number 7 over there made a giant cut and ended around and looped around, got like a 40 or so yard gain. Saw a little bit of that just there too. He's got really good closing speed, we'll say, outside of there. Could be something to look out for down the road.
If you can get that edge and have some speed. The clock now is going to continue to run for 47. Now, if Pioneer scores, they'll go back to a standard clock operation, but as long as there's 35 or greater differential, the clock will run. As Pioneer comes out, Chelsea trying to get a big stop here. Pioneer just trying to make some positive things happen, take it into next week. It's one receiver to the left, 2 wide to the right. Now, receiver comes wide to the left, so 4 wide, 1 back in the backfield, then timeout Pioneer.
Looked like they were running a little low on the play clock, perhaps. Some coaches shouting on our sideline there, so certainly some adjustments needed to be made. Maybe someone was out of position.
A good crowd here for a Thursday, especially before a big game on Saturday, of course, here. So just across the way, you already have some campers and things out here, so.
Yeah, always trouble finding a parking lot this time of year, man.
Absolutely.
Especially with old Fox Sports taking up half the field over there.
Definitely. So clock does stop on a timeout, so they'll talk things over. Pioneer, of course, in their home purple. Very nice-looking uniforms. Chelsea is in their all road whites with that gold helmet out there. Numbers in dark blue on the Chelsea players. Set up 1 back in the backfield, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to take the snap, blitz showing from the far side. Snap taken, looking to, and just shy pressure coming, and he got hit as he released that.
Yeah, without that hit on the release, maybe it looked like he 14. If he caught that ball, was looking like he was going to get a pretty good gain there, man. But just that really good speed there showed the blitz. Unfortunately, no pickup there from the Pioneer lineman, but that's probably a good scheme there. You knew that he was going to be available to attack our beloved quarterback. And
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here again, bonus coverage of the freshman contest before the JV contest between Lincoln and Pioneer. Pioneer comes to the line. 4 down linemen for Chelsea. Linebackers about 5 yards back. Again, two receivers wide to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Again, blitz off the far side, handoff up the middle, and nothing there. Stuck by a large number of Chelsea players on that tackle.
Okay.
As it really didn't look like there was much room to run and any place to go on that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong D tackles there. The nose tackle, whenever you're trying to run up the A gap, you got to be able to move that player on the other side, and sometimes you just don't get the jump you need. So unfortunate there, but good effort there from the Pioneer offense.
That's some big gentlemen as freshmen down there on that defensive line.
That guy's huge, dude.
Again, they stay 4 wide, to the left, to the right, shotgun formation, calling for the snap. Again, they're showing blitz on the far side. Good block by the running back, picking up that blitz. Throw to 14, and he just couldn't hang on to it. Good attempt, and just couldn't bring it in.
Almost really the same play they had earlier, but they brought the running back, number 3, a great block from the running back, but just a little unfortunate for number 14. Couldn't hold on to the football.
You gotta love. I love when you see those running backs and fullbacks making those unsung blocks and going out there and giving their quarterback a little bit more time.
Because that guy probably outweighs him by like 60 pounds.
Indeed, it was a good block.
It's like, man, coach is gonna yell at me for an hour if I don't do this. Might as well. And hey, it worked, dude.
Absolutely,
you stopped him. You can do it.
Absolutely. 4th and 10. Pioneer back in punt formation. 2:08 and running as the clock. Pioneer brings an extra lineman on. 23 back to kick. Again, I just have the JV rosters.
Yeah.
I want to talk about, we do have a lot of familiar names coming in on the Lincoln coaching staff, as Coach Steve Simpson, who was the coach for Pioneer the last several years, is there. Familiar names, Chris Easthope and Pat Easthope are assistant coaches. Brian Robinson is the assistant coach. Guy Williams, Joe Kellerman, Jason Wilkerson, and Quinn Wilkerson for Lincoln. Pioneer has Matt Peterson as the head coach, Gabe Burdett as an assistant coach, William Young, Steve Darrow, and Ryan McLean.
You don't really just start with them, man. When you have a good positive energy in the coach's room, man. I mean, because it's really hard to. I mean, a lot of them are teachers, so it's in their blood to be able to teach young men to do great things, right?
Absolutely.
So at the same time, while the players are a colossal part of why we're here, man, and it's really all for them. It starts with the coaches.
Indeed.
When you got committed men back there, committed women back there, whatever you have back there, then magic can happen, right?
Absolutely. Trying to get a punt away, trying to keep Chelsea from scoring again. Is 2 minutes on the clock. Chelsea player back at the 45-yard line. Snap is good. Here comes the kick. The punt spinning. End over end, and it'll hit right at the 50-yard line. Go down about the 45-yard line before Pioneer will down it there. 1 minute, 51 seconds up on the clock.
45-yard line. Chelsea will take over, 1st and 10.
So Chelsea will take over there in what will more than likely be the last drive of the game. Again, at this level, though, there are no wasted plays. Every play is a learning opportunity. Every play is where players get a chance to build and hopefully make their way to that varsity squad.
Yeah, man, because, I don't think they really do cuts in the football over here at this fine institution. So, there are a lot of men or a lot of boys on the other sideline who really do want to be on the field for any play, man. And so if you take a play off in high school, then I know that coach is going to see that, and he's going to swap you out real quick.
One receiver to the left, one to the right. I formation. So they have 2 backs in the backfield. So that will bring up 2nd and 10. Clock running there, 57 seconds. As counting down, 45 seconds left. And again, we'll have a little bit of time between this and the JV contest. We'll have that JV contest for you live here at Arbor Broadcasting. We appreciate you watching and supporting these teams, whoever you're choosing or rooting for. Again, 2 wide, 1 to left, 1 to the right. And they'll take the knee, and that clock will continue to roll down, and that should do it. As that will be counting down underneath 15 seconds now. Everyone lining up for the best tradition in all sports, the post-game handshake.
Yes.
As you got to love it, especially in high school, keeping that sportsmanship going. So of course, we don't have the band here with us, but a little push-on played over the speakers. Both of those squads will, again, big handshakes and hugs for hard work out there. And Lincoln comes in across the way. They're in their road white jerseys. They have, that's a dark blue helmet, but there's definitely almost a little chrome coming off of that. So that looks like it's a black helmet, actually, with the blue on the front. So it's interesting, almost a black matte black, but it has a little bit of the blue to shine off of there. So we'll see. Lincoln comes out.
And then you look good, you play good, right? So
Indeed.
coming out there with the helmet. I do love the cute yellow number there, I think, right? Too, yeah. Maybe is it yellow?
They have a gray numbers, so that's going to be difficult for us. Gray numbers on the back with a dark outline on that. But
speaking of looking good, here comes the JV squad, man.
Absolutely, those classic purple uniforms, purple tops, purple shorts, numbers in white on the front and on the back, with that dark purple helmet, and Pioneer getting ready to go. So now that the freshman game is over, let's just play a little push on and then kind of bring up the game here. So.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which could only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Pioneer fans, Pioneer Junior Varsity Football is live and on the air as we are here at Hollway Field for the Junior Varsity Contest. It is Pioneer taking on the Lincoln Rail Splitters here as game time temperature is sitting right about 81 degrees, so it's been cooler a couple of days, but the good football weather here. What do you prefer, Ryan, when you were playing? Did you like a little cooler, a little warmer? What was your...
I don't know if I'm on, actually. Yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah. Well, personally for me, the most memorable were those crazy extremes where it's like 110 degrees outside, where it's like sleeting outside, or it's like below zero ever. But I don't know, I always like that nice kind of area, like 70s, almost like room temperature area. But it doesn't really matter because you're gonna get all sweaty anyway. You're gonna get all smelly anyway, and it's like any weather is good football weather when you're playing football because it's the most beautiful sport in the world. So you just get out there, no matter how hot or cold it is, doesn't matter. It's not, what are you gonna do about it? You can't bring a giant fan and block the sun.
Nope.
So it's like you just gotta, whatever you have, that's what you got, and you just kind of have to roll with it. But you got to plan accordingly, though. Got to hydrate, got to stay cool, maybe take the helmet off if they let you, if the coaches will let you if it's a little hotter.
And when did you, as far as the nerves before the game, once you got into kind of the practice sets before, did those nerves go away, or was it the kickoff, or once you start getting into it?
For me, it's really the first play.
There you go.
Like the first play, because whenever I was on offensive line or defensive line, it would often have me on the kickoff return.
Sure.
Kickoff return, the very first one. I don't know if the kids have the same opinion as me, but man, it was like a nightmare alive. Even if we had an insane 40-yard return or something, I just felt horrible because I'm out here, I got those nerves. I get kind of anxious a little easily.
Sure.
But then I realize, wait, okay, now I'm on the O-line. Now I know my assignment. Now I can block this guy in front of me. Now we can have some fun.
You got that first pop off the line.
Yeah, first pop off the line, it's like, oh yeah, I love this game. It's about love, right? And it's like, it does go away rather fast, but I always never forget those. It does get pretty scary.
Captains out there for Pioneer, you have Caniglia, as well as, let's see, Thomas, and then that's going to be Cruz, as well as Omari are the captains out there for Pioneer. Abston for Chelsea.
Michael
Martin out there.
And number 8.
Now, usually they're going to tell you to defer here.
That's good.
Yeah, defer to the second half. Usually the modus operandi for football. Unless you want to get that first start real early, get that first set the tempo.
If you have a potent offense and you think you can score early, but otherwise it seems like most people want to defer. They want to get that ball to open up the second half and get that defense out there first.
Everyone wants to do the old Bill Belichick play where you get the ball at the end of the second quarter, you score with like 5 seconds left in the second quarter, and then you score first drive in the third. Now you're up 14 more than you were earlier.
There you go.
So,
Rob Rubik, who does Eastern Michigan color commentary and former Lions player, he likes to call that the double dip.
The double dip.
Where you try and get that score right before halftime, then come out and really take that momentum. So we're getting ready to go here. So Pioneer deferred.
There you go.
The north end, starting the north end zone, heading south.
Love the number 27 on the rail splitters, man. The decision to wear the shiesty during the game. That's I guess what the kids call like the big face mask with like the only the eye hole through. I couldn't imagine being very comfortable when you're sweating up a storm though. But whatever works for him, man.
Absolutely, it's 27 Abston, so he's got that on, so you can just see the eyes and intimidation factor maybe there a little bit. That
is true. The old technique where you have like the pacifier mouth guard with the little like teeth sticking out.
There you go. Whatever you can do to get an edge is we're getting set here.
Really anything.
William Godfrey, umpire Donald Richardson, back judge Andy Sexton, and referee Phil Tribble. We recognize these individuals who do the best of the game fairly and accurately, but the other fans
All right. As they're talking about good sportsmanship here on the PA, always something that we love to see. As a good sportsmanship on the field and good sportsmanship in the stands. As getting set, going back deep on the far side. Again, these Lincoln numbers are going to be not easy to read. As on the far side back there, we have Hurd. And on the near side, I believe that's going to be Lape, who's going to be back deep. Pioneer will get set. Now, this is the traditional kickoff. If you watch the NFL tonight, you're going to see something completely different. As they're trying to get those big collisions between those 300-pound guys a bit out of the game. But high school, you're still kicking off from the 40. And again, if it goes out of bounds, that'll be out at the 35. So back, ready to kick here, Rendelman. Steps back for Pioneer, gets set right at the 35-yard line. Pioneer typically likes to get bunched up. They'll run right to the line, then step back, get spread out, and then kick it. There's the whistle. And Pioneer will actually just spread out here. As Rendelman ready to kick off. Pioneer going from right to left here. All the way down into near corner. That's bobbled, picked up by Lape, and it'll get right out around the 20-yard line. 22-yard line looks like where they're going to mark that. So that's where Lincoln will be, 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line.
Good opening play there. You know, I mean, it's like it does like to see the player bobble the kickoff a little bit. Never like to see that. Love to see the action take place. But hey, you do find yourself in pretty good position here. If you have a 3 and out, if you have a good defensive drive, does put yourself in phenomenal position down the road here. Always want to start off strong, man.
Pioneer defense comes out looking for a big stop on this first drive of the game. As in tight, calling out back in is Brentley. Back in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 1 back in the backfield in shotgun formation. Pioneer, 4 linemen, handoff, trying to go up the middle. As still trying to get past. As that will be a run by Stover.
That is a strong-looking dude, man. Stover looks pretty tough right off the bat. It took like a few of our Pioneer defensive linemen there to get him down. So, identifying the issues from the bat, perhaps, for us. Love to see if you're on the rails for us, though.
Absolutely. Big back. That was definitely a team effort to get him down.
No kidding.
It's Brentley back in shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the right, 2 trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. They're taken by Brentley. Brentley trying to hand off there. As again, trying to plow on through is Stover. And first contact back there was Rendelman. And then he needed to get a little help as he slowed him up. Looks like he lost his helmet. He'll have to come off for a play. But it's going to be a team effort.
That is true.
It looks like they got that ball out to the 33-yard line. That would be a first down, 1st and 10, as they'll move the chains. Again, we appreciate all the volunteers, the chain gang, the people up here, all the people it takes to put one of these games on.
It's the ultimate team sport. Not just these 2 teams, but the 3rd team, the production team, the chain gang, the referees. It truly takes a village.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Shot looks like it's going to be pistol formation. Trips lined up tight to line scrimmage to the left-hand side. 1 receiver wide to the right. Brentley takes it. He goes back, and he's hauled down as that was Greg, who didn't buy the fake up the middle, went all the way back and took him down. That is going to be all the way back to the 23-yard line. Big sack.
There's nothing more motivating than a big sack, man. There's nothing more just fun. It just fills your heart with childlike jubilee. It fills mine, man, when you see that, especially when you can just wrap up the quarterback. It is a dream to get a sack on the first drive, man. So phenomenal job to the end.
So that's going to be second down, and that should be about 20 out there. So, second 21. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun formation for Brentley. Brentley rolling to the left. Brentley looking downfield. Looks like he's going to carry it himself. Contact back there as that was, I believe, Leverett Knox, who got the tackle on the far sideline. They got back about 6 of those yards. Excuse me, that was Gray with the tackle. It's going to be third down and about 14 yards.
Usually the first few plays of any football game, they're generally scripted, so the coach writes down 10 or so plays he wants to test out, see how the defense will adjust to them. So I want to see if this is going to be a play action maybe, because especially you're dominating you're getting a lot of run down there. We saw the sack from the earlier play. So I do want to see if they go back to the pass here, or maybe the script calls for another run, but third and long here, you might have to go deep.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Brentley back in shotgun formation as he has Stover back there with him. 3 down linemen, linebackers tight to line of scrimmage. Pitch over to the right to Stover, and contact, taking him down. First there was Thomas, number 6, who did not buy any sort of fake pitch out in. Great instincts by Pioneer there.
I almost thought that they were maybe looking for the halfback pass there, but they were certainly way too close to the football for any shenanigans to occur. Great team effort there. 11 halves of the football action. Love to see it, and now it's 4th down.
4th down from the 33-yard line. They have to get all the way back out to the 44, so that is going to be, again, 19 yards there, so 4th and 19. Pioneer back standing at their own 45-yard line, as that's going to be Rendelman. As that ball will hit and take a good Pioneer roll onto the Lincoln side of the 50. So Pioneer will start 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for Pioneer.
Love yourself a short field, man. It makes your job so much easier as an offense and an offensive coordinator as well. Especially if you can get a really good punter can pin you down super far. It takes a while, but I want to see how these offensive plays are scripted for Pioneer. That power offense usually, I believe, what they're going to be running here. It's like some big linemen, some big guys on that field. But
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Lon is back in pistol formation. It looks like shotgun. He's going to have the running back just to his left. That's going to be Thomas. A lot of players on the line of scrimmage for Lincoln. As handoff going up the middle, running, cutting to the right, finding some room, still on his feet as he spills down, still pushing, still battling, still coming down to the 30, and good job hanging on to that ball high and tight, because when you're held up like that, boy, it's easy to have that knocked away, but excellent job by Thomas on the run.
Way to send a message from the get-go. If that's what you're going to do the first play, imagine what the next one's going to be, and the next one's going to be. If that's the effort that the Pioneer offense is going to be given, 5 different people pushing our guy forward, we'll be sitting pretty.
And Lincoln had a lot of people right on that line of scrimmage. So now 4 down linemen, 1 linebacker, safety up high. Again, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and then timeout Lincoln as they want to look things over. They saw something they didn't like. It seems like a lot of Lincoln's players are close to the line of scrimmage, which if you get past that first round of players, then you have a little bit of room to make some hay out there.
Yeah, usually you can isolate like a linebacker, like an ISO run, and then if you can make one good move, I mean, there's room for fun moves in football, man, that juke like Barry Sanders. You can get that one move. If everyone's crowding the box, then it's basically just green grass until you hit the end zone, man. So, love to see the early runs. It means you can get set that play action pass really well, which I'm a giant fan of. So yeah, what about the strategy here is going to be from Lincoln to what their adjustment might be here.
They talk things over and come back out onto the field. Pioneer looks like they're going to keep 2 receivers to the left. That's going to be Greg and Rendelman.
They're crowding the box.
2 receivers to the right. They are putting a whole lot of people within 5 yards of that line of scrimmage.
maybe at this point you try and do like for a quick slant, like just a quick slant over to the slot receiver number 11. You can try and see if you can make some magic happen in a real quick pass, but whatever they've got going, we'll see what they got.
So 4 wide, again in the backfield. There is Thomas with Lon. Set up in shotgun formation. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for Pioneer. It's the whistle. So again, you got 1 safety high, 1 linebacker about 5 yards back. Everybody else tight to the line scrimmage for Lincoln. Lon takes it, hands off. No, the ball down. As fumble on the handoff. Lincoln able to dive on that. As that was Moore who was able to dive on that. So just a mistake on a handoff, and it looked like that's always it can happen both ways. We have the handoff, either someone
whether that was a miscommunication. It didn't look like it was like a miscommunication. It looked like that was just going to be a run, just for whatever reason, man. You can't forget the football. We'll learn.
So Lincoln has the ball, 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Now, quick change opportunity for Pioneer's defense to assert themselves.
Oh, yes. So we'll have good field position there if you're Pioneer. I mean, you had better field position when you had the football, but still, great opportunity here for Lincoln to get the first score of the game.
Brantley back in shotgun formation again, 2 to the left, 2 to the right receivers. Back in the backfield with him is Stover. As throw to the left-hand side, that's caught, taken down immediately. The throw was to number 12, Eilertson. And taken down immediately there, I believe that was Greg.
Yep, Hunter Gregg. Great job from him. Really good form on that, just getting him down to the ground immediately. I see sometimes you'll see a lot of these DBs go really low, but when you can just wrap up super fast, just don't have anything silly happen. Move on to the next play. Especially right after you have a miscommunication. Simple mistakes can ruin your game. So just get down to fundamentals.
Loss of 3. That makes it 2nd and 13 for Lincoln. Again, they keep 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, shotgun formation. Brantley calling out signals. Man in motion from the left to the right. Hand off to Stover, and immediately the Pioneer defense is right on top of him. He'll get maybe a yard.
So penalty marker down. There's a high snap as well, so it's just mathematically it takes a little bit more time for that ball to hit the wide or the running back's hands. So a little bit more time for the D lineman there to get to the football. But I want to see what this penalty is.
Holding. So holding penalty on Lincoln. That would be a 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down. So that's going to make it 2nd and 23. And Pioneer has really put the Lincoln offense in a hole.
No kidding.
A big sack by Greg, who's had 2 great plays already early in this game.
Second and 23, I believe.
Indeed. As an offensive lineman, when we have something like that happen, you just not worry about, put your head down and try and go, or it's a lot of yards to try and pick up.
I mean, you got to, man. I mean, sometimes some people always say you can call any play holding in football on the O-line, but sometimes it just happens. You got to move on.
Brantley takes the snap, rolling to his left. Brantley looking to throw down the far side as that's caught, running down, and he's pushed out of bounds, but that was a catch by Bunton, number 6, pushed out, I believe, back there was Leverett Knox, number 15. We'll hear from our spotters. But that a big pass and buying time, rolling out to the left-hand side was Brantley.
Yeah, when you are in that deficit, you kind of have to pull from the bag of tricks, pull from the miracle working plays there, and that is exactly what Lincoln did, man. If you're Pioneer, you do not want your defense to lose their confidence early. So if you're on that sideline, if you are on that field, you got to keep your head in the game.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for Lincoln. They go back to forward wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Now they come all tight to line of scrimmage.
Multiple linemen.
As they bring everyone tight, 3 backs in the backfield as Brantley has it, and then there's a whistle. And I believe that was a procedure penalty on Lincoln.
Looks like that the left side of the line probably jumped a little early. Yeah.
So that's going to back them up. False start will back them up. 5-yard penalties, that will put them 1st and 15. back at the 42-yard line.
It almost looked like our players thought they were like going to go for a quarterback sneak. Like everyone like jumbled right on top of like the A gap. It was a little confusing there, and I guess maybe they were going to do something silly there, but interesting to go for.
Looks like they had 10 people all within a 5-yard box there.
Yeah, weird. Especially right when you hit with a giant pass like that. Maybe you don't want everyone down there.
One receiver to the left, two to the right, tight to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation for Brentley. Brentley takes the snap, pitches it over to the near side to Stover. Stover, taken down right there. Great job back there by Bozarth.
Yeah, Bozarth, great. One of the things we used to say when I was on the team was ABC, always be closing. You always have that closing. You never get upfield as a lineman. That's how you get beat on the inside. So he kind of stayed by the line of scrimmage, used that closing speed, lateral movement, got the running back, got the loss of yards.
Loss of about 6 inches, so that'll put him back to, I'll actually say it's back to 2nd and 16 out there. That makes sense. Again, two receivers to the right, to the left, to the right. Shotgun formation. Pioneers showing 3 down linebackers, about 5 yards back. Man in motion from the left to the right. Brentley takes the snap. Brentley looks out to the left-hand side, throws it way down on the left-hand side, and that is dropped as the receiver out there looked like he had a step. He put a burst of speed on back there, as that was, Eilertson, who went out there as the pass was a little out in front. He put on a burst of speed, but just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, real nice throw, but I mean, it's just, I mean, when you're a wide receiver, you got to receive the ball, and it's just, it does happen. It does happen. That would have been a touchdown, absolutely. It would have been an incredible touchdown, but you've got to move on if you're Lincoln.
And they keep balanced receivers to the left, to the right. Pioneers safeties back about 10 yards. About 15 there on the high safety. Brentley calling out signals now, puts a man in motion from the right to left. Brentley takes the snap, looks to the right, throws out to the right as that one overthrown, little far for the receiver Bunton.
Looks like number 4 stumbled a little bit there. Convenient enough that the pass was simply overthrown there. So dodging some bullets, but still 4th down.
4th and 16. And Lincoln, looks like they got the punt team back. You never know, depending on kickers, if they're going to go for it on the once they get over the 50. Back is all the way back is
nice one.
Rendleman is going to let it bounce, and that's going to go into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. Pioneer will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Bend but don't break. That is the old saying, man. I mean, it looked like that drive. It looked like there was some nice plays there from the Rail Splitters offense, but I don't see any points on the scoreboard. So the defense did their job well. They bent, but they didn't break. Now the offense is back out there to redeem themselves from the fumble from earlier.
Now, when something goes wrong, do you typically like to go right back to it, kind of just feed that, get right back to the handoff, make sure everything goes well, and sometimes get that out of people's minds?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes some people will I remember sometimes we would go right back to that thing just to remember, oh yeah, we can do this very simple football play in this football game. But sometimes you do take that guy out of the game for the first or few snaps to say, hey, you keep messing up like this, we can replace you. I like the redemption.
Shotgun formation, Lon back. Lon hands it off, and that coming up, racing down. Good room there for Thomas. Thomas makes a cut. Thomas trying to find daylight. 3 players around him. Thomas down to the 34-yard line. Pioneer 1st and 10 on the Lincoln side of the 50.
Redemption earned.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But there is a penalty marker on the field, so this could be scary.
That was penalty marker was in the back, or in the secondary, sitting right about the 41-yard line. That's going to be a hold. And it's going to depend on the spot.
Holding a Pioneer.
If it was where it was thrown, it would still be a 1st down for Pioneer.
Yes, and it looks like that's what the referee hold is his pointer finger. It does look like there will be a 1st down for Pioneer.
So that would put them at 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Pioneer did get the first down despite the holding, but boy, that takes away a big chunk of yardage there.
It does take away a lot of yardage, but hey, simple mistakes, man. You cannot make these simple mistakes because just the tiniest error can make the most beautiful thing gone in an instant. So you do have to keep your head in the game. It does take 11 men on the same page to make that one beautiful run happen. So let's do it again. 2
receivers to the left. 1 wide to the right, 1 tight to the line of scrimmage to the right. That would be Rendelman, tight to the line of scrimmage. Lon back there. Thomas in the backfield with him. Lon takes a snap, looks to his right, rolls out to his right, trying to find some room. Pressure coming. Lon gets past the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up about 7 yards on the run. Good run by the quarterback, and that makes it 2nd and short.
No reason to throw it away there. No reason to make to throw off your back foot. Just getting any yards you can. Got like 6 or so yards there, so good for him. Good for us. Game of inches, man.
So 2nd and 4 from the 37-yard line. 3:19 left to go here in the first. Still scoreless between these two teams. Pioneer with their second offensive possession. They keep two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They stay in shotgun formation. Lincoln again has a large amount of both their offensive line and their linebackers there, and then there was a jump. So was it? Looks like it was the defense that jumped. That will be offside. So they'll walk off 5 yards. They'll get Pioneer first down right at the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Pioneer from their own 42-yard line. Scoreless so far.
False starts can be the most demoralizing thing on planet Earth. But at the same time, oftentimes when you have that false start, your boys will just pick you up. Like, listen, man, just move on from it. Next play is behind you. You'll never deal with it again.
Lon calls for the snap. Lon, low snap. Hands off, coming ahead. Thomas up the near side. Thomas trying to get past the 50, still battling. Thomas still trying to get some yardage, and he'll get down to the 49-yard line. That is going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Got a little booster at the end there from Abraham Umani, number 58, I do believe. But oh no, looks like we do have an injured rail splitter there on the ground there, number 6. Looks like that is
Bunton is down and in some pain. So we will hope that he's all right. We tend to, in high school, move the camera away from the injured player due to high school kids. We don't want to show them in pain there. We'll give him a moment. The training staff out there trying to take care of him. He looked like he was in some severe pain. And Coach Simpson comes over to take a look. You love to see everyone playing their guts out, but you never want to see any of these young gentlemen injured.
I've been there. It sucks. It's just the game you love. Sometimes it does break your body. Unfortunately, wishing him the best.
So popping up there, Bunton on his feet. We love to see that. And again, a good round of applause from both fans. That's good sportsmanship, and we appreciate that. As he will slowly walk off under his own power, but limping a bit. We hope he will be okay. 2nd and 1 at the 49-yard line. Pioneer breaks the huddle. As again, Bunton really kind of struggling, limping off the field, but he gets a couple pats on the back from his teammates, and they hope he'll be back soon.
Falls on the 49-yard line of Lincoln. 2nd and 1.
So Pioneer back on the Lincoln side of the field. They keep the 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Thomas in the backfield with Lon. Again, Lincoln keeping a lot of people tight to the line of scrimmage. And Lon calls for the snap. Gets the snap. Looking to his left. Lon steps up. Throws all the way down the near side. And going on. Cuts. And running. He's pushed out at the 5-yard line. But that was Kowak with a beautiful catch. Streaking down the near sideline.
It is so funny. You know, I got the offensive lineman in me. So even though there's giant passes, I got to talk about the offensive line. I saw those boys in that 2-point stance. I never hit a 2-point stance where you don't put your hand on the ground when I was playing. That means that magical pass is happening almost always. You gotta get that jump start from the blocking. And look what we just got. It's a phenomenal snag there from number 11.
That's Kowak, who had a great ball there. So out at the 16-yard line. Pioneer keeps 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Stays in shotgun formation. Linebacker. Looks like he's showing blitz, man in motion from the right to the left. Hand off to Thomas. Thomas trying to far side. Thomas finds a seam, and he's in for the touchdown. Pioneer gets on the board for 6-0.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions, man. Some ups and some downs, some good things and some bad things. But look who scored the first points. A low snap, a little bit there too. Got a great handoff. Got a great run and color inside. Phenomenal job there from our guy Tyrus Thomas, man.
Great job seeing that little sliver of room and knifing through to get that touchdown. So Pioneer puts up 6-0 here. 2:34 left to go in the first. Pioneer has proven their offense can move this ball.
Going for 2 here, it looks like.
Going for 2 indeed. They keep 4 wide. To the left, to the right. Now man in motion from left to right. Lon takes the snap, hands off. Thomas trying to left-hand side. Thomas trying to get blocking. He gets around the end and 2-point conversion. That makes it 8-0.
Going to the old inside zone once again. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely. As Thomas getting some good yards early on, and Pioneer gets it 8-0 with 2:34 left to go. Sometimes, especially at the freshman JV level, you see a little bit more 2-point conversions because you might not have a kicker or someone who has a lot of experience there.
That's like the secret technique to in this lower level is having a good kicker. I mean, if you don't, it is what it is, right? Because so the soccer season is pretty popular here too.
Yes.
So sometimes you like to snag one of the players from the soccer team. I'd be like, hey, you kick a football. How about you kick the real football? But
absolutely. As we'll see, try to pull that up just a little bit.
Here you go.
Well, Pioneers had a couple of good kickers out there, although the most recent really good kicker, unfortunately, in the area was Adam Samaha for Huron, who is now playing on the maize and blue. He's ready to kick it away. Rendelman gets back. Both deep players right around the 18-yard line. Again, back deep there is Lape, as well as I believe that's Hurd on the far side. Pioneer set 4 to the left, 6 to the right. There's a low line drive kick as that's down and not seeing it. That went off of one of the up men and didn't realize that actually went off of Stover. And I don't think he realized that it was right underneath him.
Yeah, I don't know if that was they were supposed to squib it. I mean, they just went for the 2-point conversion earlier, so I don't know if it's a not trusting their kicker thing. Just wanted number 4 there to just wanted Redmond to just like squib it or something, but. Now maybe it's in their radar. I don't know, man, but it does give them a little bit better field position than they may have had otherwise.
That's what Les told me to say.
Alrighty, let's bring that back down and see if I can figure out a couple items. Looks like our scoreboard might have got knocked out over at the other scoreboard, so I'll do my best to call it out. It's the ball back.
Oh no.
Now running down the near side is Stover. Stover taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Stover is a beast, man.
Absolutely.
The big guy got the tree trunk legs, just a power back, if you will. Takes some effort to get him down.
Down to the 41-yard line. 2:22 left to go. 8-0 Pioneer. We're gonna. So my cameraman just went to trying to figure out what was going on with the scoreboard there. Lincoln gets lined up, one receiver to the left.
Why don't they go for the run here? I wonder if they're going to go to the weak side this time. It does look like they're crowding up the box there, Pioneer.
One to the right now, split out to the left. Receiver tight. Bentley Takes it, fakes the handoff over to left-hand side, and good takedown there by Rendleman, who came down in a solid tackle in the backfield. That'll be a loss back to the 45-yard line.
Kind of figured they might go to the weak side there, but didn't expect Rendleman to come out like a speeding bullet, like something that Superman would be faster than. So, like, that was really nice to see from our guy.
All right. Scoreboard okay. All right, so we're getting blinking. Hopefully we'll get the scoreboard back and just pull down this just a little bit. As somehow, forgive me, our main volume got bumped there, so we were splattering a little bit. That's going to be a whistle, and is that a timeout called?
Something. Some communication with our referees going on here. Looks like they might be talking with each other, the umpire there in the white hat. Talking with the line judge closest to us about something.
So official timeout as they were taking a look back there, trying to figure out what was happening. And we'll see here. Again, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Brentley back. Shotgun formation. Stover to his right. Brentley takes it, looks to the left, throws out to the left. Down and tipped. Good job getting in the way as trying to get there. There was a pass out to Eilertson. As good coverage back there and batting it down. Good job by the Pioneer secondary.
Yeah, I do like the secondaries. Their secondaries effort there. A little team effort there from number 11 and it looks like number 15, I believe. Yeah.
Kowak and Leverett Knox. 3rd and 15.
I got to go back to that longer pass there. But, hey, don't forget about number 10 Stover, who I see back there in the backfield. And hopefully the Pioneer front 7 does not forget about him as well, because as we've seen earlier, he can be pretty hard to stop. It looks like they're showing blitz there on our close side.
Taken back, Brentley looking to the right. Brentley, quick throw, and that goes through the wide receiver. That is incomplete. That should bring up a punt situation for Lincoln. 4th and 15 with 2:25 left to go here in the first.
I feel some of that wind coming into our press box here. I wonder how that wind could possibly affect the punt if it does end up happening here. So whether it's going to come close side, the far side, how it affects us possibly.
So our score should update when the scoreboard gets updated next. I'm going to hope, fingers crossed.
There it is.
Perfect, up and good to go. All the way back, and letting that roll is Rendleman, and that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Love the effort, though, there from the rail splitter, who's just running like his life depends on it to try and spot the ball at the 1-yard line, but just like a step or two behind, unfortunately.
All right, forgive us for that splattering, looking good. So 1:16 left to go here in the first. Pioneer with it, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. They have the lead 8-0. Mark Wiseman on the call here. Ryan Williams on color commentary. We appreciate you joining us on a beautiful Thursday evening. Game time temperature, it's still 80 degrees, dropped about 2 degrees, but still warm out here, although most of the field is now in the shade of the stands. 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Man in motion from left to the right. That's a handoff. Rendleman has it. Rendleman trying to get the corner. Rendleman finds a seam, still going out. 1st down and more. Rendleman cuts to his right. Rendleman to the 40, down to the 50 before he pushed out of bounds. Rendleman, it looked like he was going to get bottled up at the line of scrimmage, and he found a seam.
Yeah, someone picked up a really good block there at the beginning of that run to probably a kick-out block on one of those D ends. Just opened a beautiful hole for Rendleman to run through, and that man was hit a few times. That didn't stop him. He kept going. Love the spirit from that young man.
1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Pioneer back on the Lincoln side of the 50. 8-0 Pioneer with the lead. They keep receivers to the left, to the right.
I'd watch 4 here again. He looks to be unguarded.
Shotgun formation. Lon gets the snap, looking to his left, quickly throws. That's caught. Coming ahead. Kowak makes a move, trying to get some blocking. Kowak has a block as he's down to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Pioneer, as Kowak gets it and puts it in.
When wide receiver screens can work like that, anything is possible, man. What an insane wide receiver screen. You had the left tackle out there blocking. You had Rendelman out there blocking. He was just able to waltz right through up the seam to the end zone.
Great blocking out there, and good running again. Big move to the left-hand side to Kowak. That's the second huge play up that left-hand side. This one gets 6, excuse me.
Yeah. About to be 8 from the looks of it here. Little personnel change, 15 walking on in.
So Pioneer again gets 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Juan in the backfield, so they're going for 2. Thomas to his right. And rolling to the right, Lon looking for some room. And that is, the 2-point conversion is good.
Looks like something out of Andy Reid's playbook, man. The old Patrick Mahomes, like, swoop down into the fullback. It works there, can work here.
16-0 Pioneer with the lead as the coaching staff pumping the fans up here.
Oh, yeah.
As reasonable fan base out here for a junior varsity game, although Lincoln has brought a number of people over on the far side.
Yeah. Love the parents coming over, especially when the game's a little close. Like AFC Lincoln, not that far away, maybe like a 15-20 minute drive.
Absolutely.
So you got people come out, getting work off early to support the child, support their nephew or whatever they may be. Love the large crowds here at football games because you know those kids are thinking. Whenever I was in the stands, I mean, obviously, or in the field, obviously, I'm thinking about the football game, or else I probably. I should probably figure myself out, but it's hard to not look at the people and recognize. Oh, that's Colin Rhodes. Oh, that's Casper Mankowski. That's my guys over there. They're here to support little old me. It makes your heart feel really good, man. See your friends out there.
That is awesome. You can't build off that energy of the fan base, right?
Yeah.
So
if they're getting hyped, then we're getting hyped. The cycle repeats itself, man.
Rendelman gets that ball set right at the 40. Pioneer looking to kick off again. The deep backs. Back to the left is Lape as well as Hurd. And you're gathered up. Rendelman counting, making sure they have the right number of people on special teams. You don't want to take a 2-man on the field penalty.
No. Those are the worst. Bro couldn't count to 12, and there's probably a math teacher on each of the coaches anyway. So, or each of the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, good thing he did because we got another player in there to make sure we have the 11 on the field.
Yep.
4 players to his left. And 6 players to his right. Rendelman raises his hand. Ball set at the 40. Rendelman runs up. Right foot into it. Line drive right over the up backs. That's grabbed back over there by Blake. As he's taken down, Leverett Knox meets him. And that was a solid tackle.
High tackle, but a solid tackle. Right up there from our guy, Leverett Knox.
Right at the 25-yard line. So that will be 1st and 10 for Lincoln. They're down 16-0 here in the first with 39 seconds left to go.
Still, the first quarter up 3 scores is nothing to be sad about. I mean, you've got, even though you could, of course, the center could think of the kind of the rough plays earlier in the quarter, but the score don't lie. It does look like Pioneer it seems to be whether out scheming or out hustling. They're doing something right down there. Let's see if they can keep it up on this defensive side.
Obviously, Lincoln's going to try and make some adjustments out there. They have 1 receiver to the left, or 2 receivers to the left. 2 to the right, 1 tight to the line of scrimmage there. Again, shotgun formation. Hand off to Stover, and he's met in the backfield. As right back there, Omari met him right at the handoff, and Stover had no chance.
Yeah, almost looked like there's a little bit of miscommunication. Like it seemed like the quarterback kind of pump faked it almost. Wonder what the play for that would have been. Whether that was like a play action, a pass, or something of like. Nevertheless, lots of yards.
Omari got in that backfield quickly, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So we head into the second, 12 minutes up on the clock. Pioneer 16-0 with the lead. So we can see some sponsors out there for Pioneer. Planet Fitness is a silver sponsor. Big George Appliance Mart. Ron's Garage, great supporter of a lot of Pioneer teams. One that's Sotnelli's Subs. Varsity, Ford, a silver sponsor. Wood Chick Trays That Talk down there.
Orange
as
Theory.
well as Orange Theory and I believe that's Culver Dairy, excuse me. One of the fantastic places where you can get some excellent dairy and ice cream around this area. There are way too many, and my waistline pays for that.
That is true. Ann Arbor, secret ice cream city, I will think. And it's so funny because while it's no longer on the menu, when I was still going to Pioneer, one of the things I would like this, whether it's like someone who's not from the area or like a lot of the exchange students that were kind of befriended.
Yeah.
One of the I had this exchange student friend. Her name was Laura Knapp, and one of the things I told her is like, you need to go to the Dairy Queen. Yes, that chain restaurant, Dairy Queen on Stadium and Packard, and get a Nerds Blizzard. They got rid of it, but it was like this cherry, like fruity, like delicious Blizzard, man. And she went there, she came back, she reported back, and she's like, you were right. That stuff was delicious.
Oh, yeah, that. We got Washout Dairy, you got Culver Dairy, you got all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So back
there, looks like a 20-yard line.
So ball set, right, the 20-yard line, 2nd and 15. 12 minutes up on the clock. 16-0 Pioneer with the lead. Brentley throwing over to the near side, slips a tackle, taken down as that was Tristan Ross over there who got the wide receiver screen and ran ahead.
It was like Hunter Gregg got a little too far upfield, and the running back or the wide receiver was able to kind of cut in and make him miss. But it's love to see the hustle from the other men on the defense from Pioneer to get there to back him up. You always want that backup for case the first man gets a move made on him.
So that brings up 3rd and 10. So they got 5 yards back. So 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Clock counting. 11 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Lincoln gets lined up. Brentley stays in the backfield. Stover to his left. Wide receivers wide to the left. They were tight to the line of scrimmage to the right. Now they break out to wide to the right. Stacked on the right-hand side.
Might be a run again. No.
Brentley takes it. Brentley looking to the left. Brentley throws it, and almost an interception. Oh, jumping on that. That was Greg who saw it and ran. And, boy, that was almost very similar to what we saw in the Michigan game by Will Johnson the other day.
Yes, absolutely. The cornerback, bro, you live for that football. You live for that football. It is your everything. And when he can make a play, I mean, technically, he swatted it down. It just looked a little awkward, right? You could spin zone it to be that way. But learning experience, gotta remain calm. It happens, man. You move on to the next play, but you did what you need to do. Is 4th down now.
So good job knocking it down. That's the main thing is that's punted all the way back. Grab now. Whoa. Rendleman makes a man miss coming to the right-hand side. Rendleman down to the 45, the 40. Rendleman down to the 35, still trying to stay and pushed out right around the 34-yard line. We'll see where they spot that. Good return, and Pioneer is going to have fantastic field position.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll mark them right at the 34-yard line. So Pioneer 1st and 10 from there.
Or if they go back to that run again, or if they maybe I mean, it seems like you're pretty good at this breakout play. We saw with the wide receiver screen for like a billion yards earlier. I wonder if they go into that little, like, not necessarily like the bag of tricks, but if you go for like a screen again, or if you go for like a reverse run, or something to catch the defense on their toes, to keep them guessing, to keep them thinking about all these random things you could do. And then down the line in the next half, the second half of the game, you go for that more smash-mouth football, run out the clock, get home early.
Timeout, Lincoln. They saw something they didn't like as Pioneer came to the line of scrimmage. They want to talk it over. That's their second timeout.
Yeah.
They'll have one left in this first half. Not as big a deal in the first half, obviously, but
it does lead the Pioneer. Pioneer does get the ball first at the in the third quarter, so it does leave them with a lot more timeouts remaining in comparison to them to let themselves not lose time near the end to get that double dip as we were talking about earlier, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Huh.
It is interesting, and again, obviously the coaching staff saw something they didn't like, but coming right out of a change of possession, taking a timeout.
True.
They want to get their players lined up where they want, put them in the best position.
I mean, if you're on the Lincoln side here, the worst thing that could happen is that you don't have the right personnel and you don't have the right play, and for whatever reason you go down another 8 points in this point. That doesn't make it like unsurmountable, but it certainly does make it a lot harder. 2 points in two scores in football is a lot easier to. It's like 14 points is a big number, right? But it's a lot easier than 3 scores. That is for dang sure.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation for Lon. Thomas to his left. Again, down lineman and 2 linebackers right at the line of scrimmage, and that should be offside, I believe. It is. Free 5 yards for Pioneer. They'll have 1st and 5.
Man, oh man. Yeah, it looks like he's swapping him out for number 75 here, especially right out of the timeout as well. That is rough.
You wonder if maybe a little hard count there by Lon, get him hopping. 10:34 left to go. Pioneer has it 1st and 5 from the 29-yard line. They stay 3 to the left, 1 to the right with the receiver. Shotgun formation, Lon looking to his left. Now he calls for the ball. Thomas on his right hip. Lon takes it, looks to his right, throws to his right. Oh, just off the fingertips of Leverett Knox. Incomplete ball, trying to get him on a
crossing route.
Crossing route, thank you. Yep.
Almost looked like an RPO a little bit, like you might see in the upper like the NFL, but just a little over top of the wide receiver's head. It happens, man.
Especially on a really quick slant route like that, trying to make up that timing is not always easy.
Yeah, especially with all those working parts got to be in sequence. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just the wide receiver's way to pull that ball out or to let the running back have it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Here comes handoff, Lon over to Thomas. Thomas trying to left-hand side. Thomas, he'll get a couple yards. They'll give him 1 yard out to the. Well, they'll say he got back to the 29-yard line. Looked like he got a couple yards, but stopped right there. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Pioneer. It's the first time Lincoln's really put a stop on Thomas.
A little redemption arc there for the D lineman, who we see a ton of there at the front of the line of scrimmage. They're still kind of blocking like there's like 8 men in the box almost at every single play. So when you can use those big guys to your advantage, then it is going to make like number 6, number 4 have a lot of more trouble getting those big plays. You're going to put yourself in a better situation. I mean, it seems like a little easy to understand, like, oh, you just stop the guy who's running, but it's much easier said than done.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Lon, shotgun formation. Thomas on his left hip this time. Lon takes it. Lon, hands off. Thomas trying to right-hand side. No, fake. Lon running out the far side. He has the first down and more. Past the 20. He'll get down right around the 16-yard line. He faked me out.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, faked so good it faked you.
I wish that was a little harder to do, but that's okay.
Look, our cameraman got caught on it, too.
So good job on the fake handoff, and Lon gets the first down all the way down, 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Good position here for the Pioneer offense, man. You have a lot of time here. Almost thinking you could maybe lead out this clock a little bit, maybe go for some more of those runs versus like a more explosive pass, but I wonder what they're going to pull out here because they do have trips to the right.
Lon takes the snap, low snap, looks to his left, throws out to the left. That's caught, coming in, and it's a touchdown. As again, that is Kowak with his 2nd touchdown. And Pioneer 22-0. Opportunity to try and make it 24-0. Again, good just slant route there, cut in quick, and Kowak. Good pitch and catch.
Yep. Really good game here from Lon especially. I mean, we talked a lot about these wide receivers and these running backs, but the quarterback's the leader of the offense.
Absolutely.
Everyone knows this, right? If there's a reason why these quarterbacks in the NFL getting paid so much money. And when you can lead the men as a quarterback, as a young guy as well, it's not just setting you up for looks like some miscommunication there. Looks like Lon's like pointing to an empty right tackle position. It's like, where's my guy? Looks like we're going to have to take a timeout.
Pioneer calls the timeout. Try and save the yards on the 2-point conversion as never fun when you see an opening in front of you and a defensive lineman salivating.
No. Usually, especially with the right tackle, left tackle, some of the biggest guys on the team, you just see like that giant hole you're missing, and like when you're like, getting a new refrigerator and it's like the hole in like your house is missing. It's like just something doesn't seem right, man. Oh, he's over there. Timeout.
Juan is a junior quarterback here with the JV team. A lot of sophomores, couple juniors sprinkled throughout this JV team. So you got some good experience.
Yeah, when I was playing, we only had JV was solely 10th grade. So it is pretty cool to see some juniors there on the field, some more experience, as you said. Lon, 3 years at the quarterback position, perhaps, maybe, I'm not sure. But certainly an 11th grader got that one more year of football experience, perhaps.
So set up for the 2-point conversion. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The lone receiver to the right is Kowalk. Shotgun formation. Now in the backfield, that is actually going to be Henley. Back to Lon's left in shotgun formation.
Might go to 11 again.
Picked up. Now there's a pitch to Henley. Henley trying the far side. Henley, as he's taken out right at the 3-yard line, as definitely good side-to-side movement by that Lincoln Rail Splitters team to not give him that edge.
I see the vision, giving it to Henley. Looked like he was a pretty fast-looking dude, but yeah, just the closing speed. A little too much to take away. Perhaps if they got to the line a little earlier on the 2-point conversion, maybe that would have worked out. But the defense got a little more time to breathe, a little bit of time to motivate themselves. So they've had they're 2 for 2 on 2-point conversions earlier, so you're bound to miss some eventually.
Absolutely.
So nothing you really do besides go back to what you're doing.
Still ahead than kicking extra points at that point.
Yes,
so.
that's true. Yes, exactly. Hey, just remind yourself, whenever something like that happens, just remind yourself, okay, we're doing something right.
Absolutely.
We're 22-0.
Absolutely. Well, even Steph Curry misses some of those 3-pointers, so
Just
everybody is human.
Just not against the Pistons, bro.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. As a long time, all the way back to the Bad Boys Pistons fan, it has been tough, but that's okay. I have faith someday. Someday. If the Lions can get to the NFC Championship game, anything can happen.
Just. I don't remember the second half though. I don't know what I was. I don't know. Maybe I drank something. Maybe I ate something wrong. Maybe I fell asleep. But
Indeed.
all I remember is that it was like a something 28-7 or something like that. I don't remember the next 2 weeks.
Good job to just blank that out. Absolutely.
I think I would be crying still if I couldn't.
Pioneer back. Well, we got a lot of great football in this area, including 3 really good Ann Arbor high school teams. You got Sling close by, plus Michigan State, the Lions. I know we're hockey town, but this is a football area. We're
really blessed to be like, listen, football is just the greatest sport. It's just a beautiful sport. I love football so much. It's just, I cannot believe it's football season. I live for football season, man. It's here.
Randleman up, puts his right foot into it again. Squib kick comes over, takes a tough bounce. Going down to cover it up is Eilertson, as that took a bounce and he got past him and he had to fall on it.
It seems to be, on the roster here, you still got number 25, Philip Kennel, as the listed sophomore kicker for our squad. But for whatever reason, when Randleman is like kicking it, like the squib kind of like method, it's almost kind of working. If you feel like that panic mode from the up men, on the kick return team, because usually they're not the guy getting the football. Now it's cool when you do because oh my god, I got the football, because sometimes it's an old lineman or like a backup running back or tight end or something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like that panic mode. Oh no, it's the football. I gotta grab it, right? So for whatever reason, I mean, pretty good field position.
They stay again. They're keeping 2 receivers left to the right. Brentley. In shotgun formation, takes it, handoff to Stover. Stover tackled as he won't get back, or they'll say he'll get a yard as he spills forward. Good job getting right on top of him. I believe that was Bozarth.
Yeah, Stover's been hard to bring down this game, but not that time, man. Bozarth got them real quick.
Should go also on that tackle there. So 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line. 8:30 left to go here in the second. 22-0. Pioneer has the lead. Lincoln looking for a big drive here. trying to break onto that scoreboard. They have one receiver to the left, three tight to the line of scrimmage on the right-hand side. Handoff to Stover. Stover, mad as he'll get out to about the 29-yard line. Right back in there.
Love the effort from the Mike linebacker there. Just set the tone. Just when there's an old saying when I was playing, you see an open window, you close it, right? And so the linemen, when they made that hole for the running back to go up through, Mike saw it, walked in, sniped it.
Cerniglia with a great tackle there. 7:45 left to go here in the second. That brings up 3rd and 8. And they're keeping one receiver, not even all the way wide to the left, three tight to the line of scrimmage to the right. Brentley gets the snap. He's rolling to the right. Brentley
55.
Looking for some room, throws it down and little low and just off the fingertips. A good attempt to go down and get that. As again, that was Eilertson over on that far side in the flat.
Yeah, the receiver was a little slow to get up there. I thought maybe he would have been injured or something, but I mean, it's just those emotions from when you drop a pass like that. I mean, a little low was the throw from the quarterback. Nothing you can do about it on the receiver's end, right? But you gotta get up. We got some football to play. You're down 22-0. You can't get emotional this early in the game, man. Keep your head in the game. You got this.
And that's a tough pass to make on the run.
Yeah, true.
So back to kick. Is that Brentley? It looks like Brentley back to kick. Again, these numbers are hard to see.
Oh,
Brentley
fake.
has it. Brentley's looking for the fake, and there was a whistle there.
Timeouts? I don't see a penalty. I do see a penalty marker there on the far side by the Lincoln head coaching staff.
Was that
The
illegal
offsides?
formation, or we'll see as the officials talk it over, but that looked like, barring the penalty, that might have gotten the first down as
Or more.
Brentley had some room to run and looked very shifty as he was coming out there.
Hate to see. Sorry to interrupt you. Hate to see cool stuff like that get hit by a penalty.
Stay still. Now they're coming over. They're continuing to talk. They wanna.
I mean, the play was called dead. It's not like they can like make the one happen again. I don't know if it's a redo or if it's an inadvertent whistle. But you do see the referees lining up here. Looks like the ball is slowly getting spotted, perhaps by the official there on the 30-yard line.
The Whitehead is still having a conversation over to the right with two other officials trying to get things sorted. Coach Simpson over on the sideline looking over. He's hoping it goes Lincoln's way. Pioneer hoping the opposite. It was 4th and 8 at the 28-yard line. Pioneer's defense has been very solid today, not giving Lincoln much. Lincoln's been over Pioneer's 50-yard line a couple times, but Pioneer shut them down.
Yep.
7:18 left to go here. 22-0, Pioneer with the lead. Junior varsity football on a Thursday before a big game at the Big House. Pioneer varsity football will be at Lincoln tomorrow, 7 p.m. at the home of the Rail Splitters. That will be on the NFHS network, I believe. I'll double-check that tonight, and I'll tweet out that. So Lincoln will have that broadcast. We're going to try and do a couple away games. Lincoln does not have a huge press box, and last time I checked, there was a little rain, and my equipment doesn't react well to water for some reason. So
Yeah, usually the $1,000 camera equipment, the HDR camera, or whatever. Usually not a big fan of rain.
Indeed.
Usually.
So
perhaps down the line.
But we'll try and get to some away games as well. See if we can get some approval. We'd love to
cool.
support this team and have them wherever, but hope to see you down at Lincoln tomorrow, 7 o'clock, as the varsity team is going to try and go 2-0. And I did not see that looks like it's going to be first down.
Where are they going? Wait, what?
First down for Lincoln. Was that a personal foul way in the backfield? I didn't think they could get all the way that far. They mark it at the 48-yard line.
Sorry, we're talking. I think I was just looking at the referees to see like the signals and stuff because it's called personal foul or something, and it does look like I'm not necessarily familiar with what just occurred there, but it does look like they're being. What is this formation, bro?
It is tight. Everyone tight to line of scrimmage on the right-hand side, trying to get through. Brentley has it. That is That's not even a T. Brentley burst pass. Brentley running down, trying to catch him as he's tackled right around the 8-yard line. As good job back there. I believe that was Leverett Knox who kept with it.
Do like the effort there from the Pioneer, from Leverett Knox, but it does. Oh no.
Oh, and we got an injured Pioneer player right around the 40-yard line. He's running off as that's Rendelman. So that would be a big loss as he's holding his arm. It's interesting. That was almost a rugby play where they had everyone tight for a scrum, and somehow just Brentley was elusive in there and found his way through.
It looks like something out of like Georgia Tech, like Coach Heisman would throw out, something like that.
I mean, honestly, it looked like a Barry Sanders play where you have 11 people around him, and somehow he comes out the other side.
That's true as well. A good guy to be compared to.
I really thought he was down there, but way to keep going, and good job by the defense to not give up and chase it down.
Yeah, no kidding. Looks like they're going right back to the well once again.
Yeah, Brentley, they have everyone tight to the line of scrimmage. Brentley running to the left. Brentley trying to get the corner. Brentley gets the touchdown as they are going kind of student body blocking to the left, and Brentley, the lone person in the backfield running, and they found themselves 6 points. So, hey, if it works, do not knock it. It's high school football. You will see some interesting formations, and the problem is that's probably something that Coach Peterson has not seen on film.
Yeah. As I think of that, think like the coach's room at yesterday at 5:00 p.m. or something like that, and one of the staff's like, "What if we use the blob formation from 1931 or something?"
Hey, if it works,
yeah, dude, if it works, yeah. I mean, they hit it one time, went right back to it again, and it worked. I wonder if this is going to be not necessarily a problem, but something you got to look out for now. What's the development going to be?
Now they are in back and shotgun formation, one receiver to the left, one to the right. Stover in the backfield going for two. Brentley takes it, and he's met in the backfield and taken down. That was Thomas, who was right on top of him. He faked the handoff, and Thomas was right there. That can't be fun as a quarterback as you look up, and there's a big purple-clad person.
Yeah, always imagine. Love my guy Nate Uhas, but every now and then we get hit big. All these quarterbacks, man. The quarterback I was playing with, always got to look up for that. The referee, looking close to the referee, all right, where's the roughing the passer at? Where's the roughing the passer play at? But nothing there, just great tackle there from our guy number 6.
22-6, Pioneer with the lead here. 6:46 left to go here in the second before halftime. And I remember Nate Uhas because we were doing Pioneer lacrosse, and he was very good in the midfield setting up.
Yes.
Jack Reed putting it in, and he was potent on the he was also a good basketball player, so multi-sport athlete there.
Yeah, man. Pioneer legend.
Absolutely.
My guy Jack Reed, went to elementary school with that guy at St. Francis of Assisi.
Nice, excellent. I know he went to Tufts. Where are they? Okay, so they're flipping. Lincoln was lined up to kick it the other way, so now Lincoln's set to kick it right to left.
JV.
It happens.
It does happen. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
We go next.
That ball not wanting to stay there as...
a little windy outside.
Sorry. Bentley, not Brentley. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Thank you very much. Thank you to A.D. Chris Westfall. So Bentley. Please forgive me, Sam. I appreciate that for A.D. Westfall. Back, kicks it away. That one, end over end. Taking on a hop, coming up the middle, trying to find some room, and good tackling by Lincoln right out to the 45-yard line, as that was Leverett Knox taking it out.
Got 6 minutes, 40 seconds here. You don't want to score too fast because it does give Lincoln the opportunity to kind of match you. You're still up a heck of a lot of points, right? So necessarily, you're still playing this long game, right? It's not a blowout formation whatsoever. Perhaps if things keep going the way they are, 44-12 is kind of in that radar. But at the same time, you do gotta keep your eye on the prize, keep looking for what works, keep trying new things, because you never know what that mid-game halftime adjustment on the defensive side can be.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Lon.
They are crowding the box.
That is Thomas to his left. Yeah, one safety back, one linebacker back in the middle. Lon taking it over to the right-hand side and pushed out by 21, who I do not have on my roster. But a good job tracking that over to the right. That's going to be a gain of 5 for Pioneer, 2nd and 5. So Pioneer, 2nd and 5, right at the 50-yard line. Again, they keep 2 players to the left, 2 players to the right.
Getting a little darker out here.
Indeed, under the lights here. As that's a whistle right at the snap.
Looks like a
Timeout called. Lincoln gets a timeout. They saw something they didn't like. That's going to be their 3rd timeout. So they get things straightened out. Again, better to take the timeout than let something big happen. So Lincoln will talk things over and get things set.
Does allow Pioneer to slow down the game here. You don't have to win a warning or anything. All you can really do is just pound the rock, pound the football, just slowly bring it down the field. Or if you want to, you can try and even triple dip here. If you get a very fast, if you get like a play action pass that kind of breaks, like we've seen with number 11 or those wide receiver screens, maybe want to look out for that if you are on the Bedford defensive staff. But at the same time, Lincoln defensive staff. But at the same time, perhaps the game plan here is just to slowly but surely get this clock down, move to the 3rd quarter, and make your adjustments there.
Good, nice sportsmanship out there.
I saw that.
Couple handshakes by a Lincoln player and the Pioneer offensive line. I love good sportsmanship, and both these squads doing great with that.
Because chances are, Ipsy and Ann Arbor not that far away. He's probably his guy.
Absolutely. They keep 4 wide receivers, split to 2 both sides. Shotgun formation. Lon takes it. Lon looking to the right. Lon quickly throwing as that's caught coming down to the far side. He might go to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and touchdown Pioneer as Carneglia gets it on a slant and runs all the way to pay dirt. Pioneer puts it up, and that will be 28-6.
It is so good when you can connect on a slant. Slants are almost like cheating. Sometimes in Madden they feel like cheating. When you're a kid, you just hit the slant, and that computer virus, the cornerback is never fast enough to hit you. If you can kind of not even emulate that in real life, if you can just outspeed the cornerback, because you know where the route is, the cornerback has to react to you. So if you can get that connection with the quarterback, you get the movement, the feet movement, the footwork from the quarterback to set his feet to throw the ball, then some plays like that, they're almost like cheating if you have a good connection with the quarterback.
Here comes the 2-point conversion. Man in motion from the left to the right. That's taken. Lon looking to the left now. Lon running to the right. Lon has a blocker. He'll get in for the 2-point conversion. That'll make it 30-6. There's a little confusion, but Lon gets a block up front. Way to stick with the blocks. And he'll put that in.
Cute little spin move for good measure at the end there.
Absolutely.
Yup.
Absolutely. Back to the slant play. And the cornerback for Lincoln had really good position, but it's that quick cut that just gets you in front of him.
Yeah.
And at that point, he was able to take it all the way.
Like I guess in football, defense is a reactionary position, right? You have to react what the quarterback does. Unless you're just like got the line of scrimmage, calling the huddle, it's like, all right, just do something, guys. Which is never going to happen, trust me. The quarterback's not going to go there and be like, bro, it's going to open. But you have a certain play, like right diamond 32, or trips right 35, or whatever you have, right?
Yeah.
And you are going to know what, obviously, if everyone does the right thing, right? Obviously, if he was completely out of position, it could be an interception, right? But it's just that quick, the quick throw from the quarterback, just does that bang bang plays. When you can be like people talk about the speed of the game. People talk about speed of the game in the NFL, speed of the game in like high school or in different levels of football. That kind of thing is like a speed of the game thing. The speed of the quarterback, the speed of your feet, the speed of the throw, even the rotation on the ball. Just everything seems to be a little bit faster. And when you can make those little things faster and get them down almost like a perfect science, then stuff like these long plays becomes so much easier.
Here comes Rendelman, puts the right foot into it. That one, good catch by the down lineman coming up the near side as he'll jump and go out. As that's going to be, that was Eilertson who grabbed that and did a good job getting out to the 44-yard line. So nice hands on an up back there.
Yeah, no kidding. It looks like on our seems like the kicker is injured, or at least off of, not on the roster. Don't see number 25 on our roster.
Down on the sideline.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see him right there. So for whatever reason, we got our guy random in there, but the little squib action, which has been cool so far. I mean, that is kind of the Achilles heel of the short kick, when the up man does catch the ball and doesn't like panic for his life, catches the ball, gets that, and now you have a beautiful field position here if you're on Bedford.
So
Lincoln.
44-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lincoln. One receiver wide to the left, one tight to line of scrimmage to the left, two wide to the right. Bentley. Man in motion from the right to left. Bentley takes it. Bentley. Oh, no. Handing off, coming over to the far side. That's at number 21. Slips the block, gets out. That's about a gain of 8 yards. And I do not have him on the roster, but number 21 of Lincoln makes a good job, as they'll actually get him out 7 yards, out to the 49-yard line for Pioneers' 49-yard line. So 2nd and 3 for Lincoln. 5 minutes to go before halftime. 30-6 is the score.
Gotta make something happen here, down 30-6, man. You only got so much time in this football game, so much time in this quarter. Pioneer is gonna get the ball back no matter what, whether the clock ends, whether you score. So you just gotta get some points on the board here.
Again, shotgun formation for Bentley. Bentley, hands off, and right at the line of scrimmage, taking him down, as that was Penny who got him. Not a lot of room there.
Going nowhere. Penny just stuck it right to him. Exactly what you need to see in this position.
So again, number 21, the ball carrier. He'll get right back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd and 3. As Lincoln talking things over. Pioneer. The way they're lined up, looks like they're going to have the safeties back about 12, 13 yards. And one receiver wide to the left. 3 trips to the right. Now it's a pistol formation for Bentley. Bentley calls for the snap. Now fakes the handoff.
Action.
Bentley rolling to the left. Bentley throws there, taking it, coming up to the 40, trying to get past, as there's going to be a flag right at the 40-yard line. That was Lape, Carter Lape, who got that ball. He'll be taken down right at the 41-yard line. That will be a first down, and then a flag afterwards.
Quite convenient there with the penalty marker falling on the field, because he cut inside to try and make something happen, even though usually in these kind of scenarios you do want to get out of bounds so you can stop that clock, right, because clock's a-ticking. So conveniently there, got the penalty, got to get a little bit of a breather here. Whatever happens will happen, right, whether that is on the, looks like it might be on the rail splitters.
Pass interference. Looks like, yeah, block in the back. So that's going to bring it back. So that's going to take it back to the 49-yard line, 3rd and 5. So that's going to bring them back, as Lincoln has 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation, number 21 is on.
Looks like a pass here.
Bentley's hip to the right. Bentley calls for the snap and shotgun formation. Bentley rolling to the right. Bentley looking downfield, pressure coming. He throws it, and that's intercepted, coming the other direction. Here comes Pioneer. They'll get it down to the 40, as that's a tough pass to make on the run. He was trying to squeeze it in. And I believe that was Greg who got that one, right? Number 13.
I believe so. I mean, even though they didn't have like the running back like go out for a pass, they had him in a block set. When immediately that ball snapped, bro, I saw like 5 people there in the backfield looking for the quarterback. So immediately from the get-go, gotta get out of there. That chaos starts occurring. Greg snag the ball, because as you mentioned, that is quite a hard throw to make. You gotta make something happen down a 3-6 at this point in the game. But when you see those opportunities and you can make the play,
You're running to your right and trying to throw it. It takes a lot of your momentum away, and that ball can sail on you or die a little short there.
I mean, I played football for 4 beautiful years, man, and I couldn't throw a football until last year. I just didn't know. I mean, I was a lineman for a reason.
Hey, it just takes time.
It does.
Again, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Lon takes it. Lon hands off to Thomas. Thomas trying to left-hand side. He has room. Thomas breaking through the secondary. Thomas to the 20. Thomas dragged down at the 15-yard line. Again, good job to stay with it and get the tackle. But Thomas getting a big run, and that's going to take him all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Thomas is doing a really good job of identifying the hole in the secondary. I mean, once the linemen kind of create the A gap or whatever gap you're going through, you get through that. That's the easy part, right? The second part is kind of identifying on the run, when you got the ball in your hand, trying not to fumble, trying to score, the hole in the secondary. And I really did see there. He was kind of just pinpoint zooming right through like 3 people. They eventually did get to him, right? But at the end of the day, that's like 5 or 6 yards he would not have otherwise gotten if he just tried to run right through him.
2 receivers to the left, 2 wide to the right. Shotgun formation. Linebackers coming up tight to line of scrimmage. Throw over to the near side. That's grabbed. Wide receiver screen. He's getting a block. And down is, I believe they got him right before he crossed the line. That was Cerniglia who grabbed that one and came down. They're going to mark him right at looks like the 3-yard line. So good job to keep him out of the end zone. He looks like he was going to have a sure touchdown there, but the defense able to keep him out and force Pioneer to take another play to try and punch it in.
Almost got the very scary fumble touchback.
Oh yeah, that's never fun.
Yeah, the Browns-Chiefs moment.
Oh.
So luckily there, rolled right out at the 1.
You do not want to fumble into the end zone because that's a touchback for the other team.
3 in the backfield here.
So under center is Lon. 3 back in the backfield. Lon, hands off. Thomas trying to left-hand side, and really good job right on top of him. That was Stover. Still trying to battle there. It looked like Stover got him with good contact in the backfield.
Yeah. I really like that formation, man. That was like a powerful. I saw like 2 fullbacks in 3-point stance. That makes the lineman's heart just jump for glee. You see some power football. But, I mean, cutback, counter, reverse. The running back wanted to bounce outside, and that's not really a bounce outside formation. I mean, it's natural instinct, right? So, I mean, you saw them swarm into the football right after that. So, nothing you can really do.
If you can make it to the outside, it's great, but you've now left your blockers away from you.
Yeah, so it's you versus what Army? And the Army was right there.
So 2nd and 7 from second and goal from the 7-yard line. Lon under center again. 3 backs in the backfield. 2 short. There's the handoff coming ahead, and that will get down right around the 3-yard line.
Look, Isaac Henley on that one. Giving him some carries there.
Henley on the carry. That clock counting down. Pioneer will take a timeout to conserve the clock. So that's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. And Lincoln's shown to be, they've really been stout in the run in the red zone here. So you wonder if Pioneer does a little play action here, or if they try and get the defense going one way and make something else happen.
Yeah, you very well. It's 3rd and goal here, right? So it's not like you're just trying to. What you could do, I mean, given that you're not going to kick it here because you do not have your kicker for field goals, what you could do is just run a little bit more just to get yourself a little more close to that, and then go for one of those like power runs, right? Versus like or one of those play actions or a quick slant. Either way, I mean, given that you don't have the kicker, that's probably what Lincoln is also thinking here as well. So perhaps Lincoln is going to crowd the box, run something like a diesel rush through the A-gap on the center, try and get them back into maybe a more precarious position here on the 4th down. But maybe they just score here. I don't know. I'm not the coach. We're up here.
Definitely. I prefer being up here instead of that pressure there. But again, Pioneer could. They have a timeout. They could go for it on 4th down. So they're back in shotgun formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right with the receivers. Henley in the backfield with Lon. Lon calling for the snap. Now he looks to the right. Looks down at the wristband. Lincoln moves as they get a defensive lineman over on the middle. Juan takes it, looks to the left, throws out that way, and caught. Touchdown, touchdown is Cerniglia. Goes up, and that is Pioneer, puts it to 36-6.
So Nicolette really redeemed himself from the almost touchdown, which almost had the Browns-Chiefs thing with the fumble in the end zone. Right there, I kind of saw Lon kind of staring him down on that side earlier in when he was kind of like when Lincoln was rotating the D lineman. So I kind of figured maybe he kind of knew where he was going to throw it to. His first read was kind of his only read there. Conveniently, though, wide open. It's a great job.
It was a good job. It's a well-designed play. Is the wide receiver out wide cut in, and that lets Cerniglia come out to the left and allowed him to get some space to get that.
Yeah, football is all about deception. It's about lying. That's what football really is about, especially on the wide receiver's end. Wide receiver who doesn't catch the ball is almost always just as important as the one who does. I mean, he didn't catch the ball because his job was to move someone out of the way often for the guy who will. So, hey, team effort. Great job.
Now here comes the 2-point conversion, trying to make it an even 40-6. But Lincoln's going to have something to say about that. Again, they keep 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And lead the back in the backfield. Lon calling for the ball on the 2-point try. Receiver in motion from the left to the right. Lon takes it. Lon looks to the right. Lon, pressure right in his face and jumping up, and that just out of the reach of Cerniglia. So the score, 36-6. Pioneer with the lead here. 24 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Hear the beautiful fight song roaring through the speaker system here at this proud institution. You know, it's a beautiful sight to see when your team is winning. I mean, obviously, like the football lover in me loves those close games with those high impact moments, with those money making like superstar making moments. But at the end of the day, it does feel good to see the football team working well together. Right?
Absolutely. As one of the bummers about the JV, love JV football, but you don't have the band out here playing, which is always a good way to get fired up. And Pioneer Band always does such a fantastic job.
My dad loves watching these games with me. When I was playing, he would always be in the stands rooting me on, screaming for the O lineman. He would always tell me that you can tell, like the crowd size always diminishes because after the band plays, all the band parents leave. So, but
fair. As here comes.
Boom.
That is sent ahead by Rumbleman and taken down there as that was grabbed out there by Eilertson. Out to the 34-yard line. 21 seconds left. You assume Pioneer is going to keep safeties way back here, try and make sure that nobody gets behind them.
Yeah, a prevent defense, keeping it cool, keeping a few more guys back there in the end, or out there you see number 5 over there, way back on the 50-yard line. See Greg there out there as well.
Bentley in the backfield, shotgun formation. Again, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and that will do it. So that at halftime, 36-6, Pioneer with the lead. We're going to play a few messages from the MHSAA. We will be back with second half action. You're watching Pioneer Junior Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
And we are back from halftime here as it is Pioneer 36, Lincoln 6. And as the coach for Pioneer, what would you be telling your players at halftime to try and keep that energy up, keep them focused? And sometimes when you get a lead, you can get a little unfocused and a little loosey-goosey out there.
Yeah, listen. Think of football as like a business. The NFL is like a business. Now, college football is a business. You are got to be businessmen and women on the field. You got to be a businessman on the field, man. You got to go there. Doesn't matter when you clock out. You can't until your shift is done. You got 4 quarters. You signed up for 4 quarters. Give it to me. And right now, you certainly are giving it to Ypsilanti and Lincoln here, man. 36-6. Nothing to be sad about. I think it's something to be proud about.
Obviously,
like, you cannot put. You can. You shouldn't. But you can't put your foot off the gas.
You don't want to give this Lincoln team. Obviously, if you give them any. They're going to continue playing hard. They're going to continue fighting.
Yeah, they go to practice every week, too.
Absolutely.
They're
battling.
past you. They want to win, too. What do you think their coach said? Their coach said probably we got some things to clean up, but we can win this. Don't get your head out of the mud. We can certainly win this. Ooh, squib kick.
Squib kick caught up front and quick sliding down as good job back out there as that was Linerick, who grabbed that and immediately decided discretion the better part of valor on that play. Pioneer will have good starting field positions. That was a line drive kick and good catch because that could go very wrong.
Yeah. Gotta try to catch your brother lacking, but those sticky gloves can catch anything. And it is pretty funny, though. Gotta go right to the ground there. He's in the play right there, the close side there, number 19. So maybe he's going to get the ball here, too.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Lon in the backfield, I believe, trying to see who that is to his right. We'll catch that. Hand off, and that's Thomas again coming to the near side. Thomas out trying to get to the 50, spills forward down to the 49-yard line. That's going to be a good gain, so that's going to be 6 or 7-yard gain. That should be.
Yeah, great blocking there from the left side of the O-line. Immediately little scoop blocks there, just trying to drive them a little bit outside so your guy can get more yards on the outside. Really hard blocking scheme to kind of master. Glad the seemed to work out pretty well then for them.
2nd and 4 from the 49-yard line. Clock counting under 11 minutes to go. They keep 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Lon looks to his right. Now calls for the snap. Lon looks to the right. Hands off. Thomas right up the middle. Thomas has the first down and more as he'll spill forward right about to the 42-yard line. A far official says 43-yard line, so Pioneer first down right at the 43-yard line.
That's crazy. That was like a 10-yard gain. And during that 11-yard, 10-yard run or whatever, he was touched at yard 1 or 2, and he carried him with him.
Yeah.
He carried him with him.
Hard running. Absolutely.
That guy should be proud, man. He's putting on a show for the people. Love to see it.
Shotgun formation. Man in motion from the left to the right. Now grabbed. Lon throws out to the left and just off the fingertips. That is a turnover as coming the other way. Interception for Lincoln. He'll get down to about looks like they're going to mark him at the 42-yard line. Was that number? That was 24. So that was Hurt who caught that one off the fingertips as Leverett Knox went to grab that, and it just off his fingertips. Really good catch out there by Hurd. Good run back, and then an injured Pioneer player down. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that that player will be all right. The trainer is immediately out there.
Yeah.
And he got up and he went right back down. That's not fun. So they'll continue to work on him as that is Leverett Knox.
Leverett Knox put on a pretty good defensive performance here as well. Hate to see him. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, they're carrying him off. So we're going to hope he's going to be all right. Again, I'm no doctor, so I won't I won't make any guesses there, but we hope that it's nothing serious. We hope that he'll be all right and the trainers can take care of him.
I mean,
I'm hoping it's a cramping because he's getting stretched out there. So.
There we go. I mean, literary element of the callback. You know, I mean, we saw earlier how we talked big stuff about that the RPO kind of slant, where you can like those little things in there. I mean, every little thing's got to work right, or else a disaster can strike, right? Obviously, with the bobble on the ball and a phenomenal play there from the DB to catch that and make some magic happen. Now that real opportunity here for the Rail Splitters to
they can take momentum and try and do something big is
not what you want to have happen.
Bentley, man in motion from left to right. Hand off. Stover going up the middle. Stover hard running. It'll mark him out to the 40-yard line. So that will be a 4-yard gain. That'll be 2nd and 6.
It's hard to gain momentum when you got like 15 guys running at you like that. I mean, it is. I mean, no matter what you do, man, when the defense is still playing hard,
absolutely
hard to make anything happen, much less a game like that. So, it looks like there's a real split on the ground there too. That's number 10.
That is Stover who's down. We hope he's going to be all right. It is a warm evening. It is still 73 degrees. I guess it's come down, but the humidity is still out here. So the training staff comes over to take a look at Stover. We'll keep our fingers crossed that he'll be all right.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Absolutely.
My teammates, Langston Larimore, Josie, he always would chug like 2 of those like old cans of pineapple juice before games.
Interesting.
And I'd be like, first of all, that's delicious. Second of all, why are you doing this? And he'd be like, well, it's those electrolytes to stop cramping.
Interesting.
Right.
I've heard pickle juice at times.
I've also heard that as well.
I've never had the guts to slam pure pickle juice,
no,
but that's me. I'm apparently a wimp that way. So
I have not. Maybe one day.
Indeed.
Maybe if I'm in a situation where I might start cramping, I'll be like, oh, and running up pineapple juice. It's like, all right.
Whatever works for you and keeps you going.
Pickle time, bro.
As we're back, ready to go here, 8:56 and counting, 2nd and 7 for Lincoln. Again, they take 2 receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right, 1 tight to the line of scrimmage to the right.
What if they go for a quick pass here?
Man in motion to the left, to the right. Bentley throws it out to the left, and just off the fingertips out that way.
Penalty marker down on the far side. Looked like the referee was looking at the action there, so there could be some, pass interference there.
That was Eilertson on the pass. So, 3rd and 7.
But good news, Leverett Knox back out.
So that's going to be a pass interference. I believe they marked it as a first down. I swear I was looking at the official. I didn't see a
hand point.
Yeah, so that'd be a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to be down to the 30-yard line. First down for Lincoln. 8:35 left to go. Lincoln trying to add to their 6 points. 36-6, Pioneer with the lead. Bentley back in shotgun formation. Man in motion from the left to the right. Bentley takes it. Bentley looks to the left, throws out to the left, and that just a little miscommunication. Yeah. It looked like Eilertson came back to the ball, and Bentley was expecting him to go, and that happens when you just read the defense just a little differently there.
Yeah, perhaps it was a little bit of an option route from the wide receiver. Option route would have been something crazy to give to someone at the JV level, but hey, if you trust your guy that much, give it to him completely. But at the same time, the option route is when you accidentally have that miscommunication. He was looking for the hitch. Perhaps the guy thought there was a little bit of a fade there. Nevertheless, it is now 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 30. 8:31 left to go here in the 3rd. Again, Lincoln trying to take the momentum of a interception and turn it into pay dirt. Number 21 in the backfield with Bentley. Now they have 1 receiver wide to the right, 3 tight to the line of scrimmage on the left-hand side. Bentley takes it, hands off to 21, trying the left-hand side, and he spills forward. Despite contact at the line of scrimmage, he'll get 3 yards out of that. Good hard running to make it. That is going to be 3rd and 7. I didn't think he was going to get anything out of that. Thomas able to drag him down after 3 yards.
Yeah, the coach on the rail splitter certainly would have disagreed with you. I saw him moving up there a little bit onto the field, talking to his players, motivating them, telling them maybe to cut inside a little bit more. So, I mean, we'll see here what the Rails players are going to throw out here. Surely couldn't be just another run here at this stage in the game, but this certainly looks like the running formation is just perhaps the weird blob formation, as I called it earlier, looking at
I'm
Georgia
sure
Tech.
there's a name for it. I'm going to have to look that up afterwards. It's not really like a wing tee. That back and hand off and tackled in the backfield, hand off to Bunton, and the deception doesn't work that time as the defense cut through and took him down. Greg, another good tackle there.
Yeah. Greg's having a phenomenal game, man. Calling his game out a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
4th and 7. And you wonder if Lincoln's just going to go for it here.
Very well could. I think at this point, at this stage of the game, to make anything happen, you do kind of have to go for it here. Even though you are on the 46-yard line here. I mean, you could punt. You could go for a punt, trust your defense, go for a punt, hope for another interception or something like that. But as we see here, it looks like they're running an offensive play.
Again, you're just trying to make positive things happen.
Yeah.
Or they come back in this game or set it up from next week. You're just trying to make good things happen.
Put smiles on people's faces.
Indeed. Bentley has number 21 on his right hip. Bentley comes back, throws over to the right-hand side, and almost trying to catch that is actually in position was Greg, and I don't think he saw that ball coming. That made it really difficult for Bunton to try and get that ball through Greg.
No kidding. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of a collision there.
Indeed.
Was worried about the penalty marker flying out, but seemed to be a little bit clean play there. I mean, a little out of the reach of the receiver, unfortunately.
Well, I don't think Greg even saw the.
Yeah,
I mean, the receiver was behind him, so at least
true.
if you have your eyes towards the ball, they tend to
inadvertent
let a little thing go. 6:36 left to go here in the third. Pioneer has it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Now
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
It's time to run, baby. Inside zone, right to the near side. Just chip that clock down. Let's go home early.
Locke takes the snap, hands off. Coming to the near side, Henley. Henley gets a block down to the 40, to the 45, trying to get to the 50. Henley spills forward to the 49-yard line down on the near side. Good, heavy running through traffic.
Dude, what great blocking from the whiteouts.
Absolutely.
I didn't see anyone over there. Like they all cleared the gap immediately for Henley for number 18. Zoomed. Great. They're putting on a clinic here. Not gonna lie.
Pioneer gets lined up, 1 receiver wide to the left. And I believe that is Leverett Knox to the left, so glad to see that. 3 receivers to the right. Lon has Henley to his left hip. Lon takes the snap. Hands off to Henley up the middle. He has room down to the 40 as he was taken down there by number 22. That's Connor Ross on the tackle. That's going to be down to the 41-yard line, so that should be 6-yard gain, and you're going to have a second and 4th. There we go.
Yeah.
Lincoln has a number of players a little further back.
Yeah, perhaps
They have their safeties back about 10 yards. Linebacker now creeping up. Man in motion from the left to right. Handoff is coming around with it. That's Rendelman. Rendelman trying to get some room. He'll have the first down. He'll get out to about the 35-yard line down on that far side.
Jet sweeps are so scary because sometimes a jet sweep just gets just like a nuclear explosion happens and it's a disaster, right?
Yes.
But jet sweeps, I mean, once you get them going, they're pretty reliable. Every time then you feel like it's like a bag of trick kind of play. I feel like a jet sweep is just a really good just go-to option. Hey, you need some quick yards. You got a guy who can book it to the outside. Give it number 4. He's having a great game as well. Rendelman, man, filled in for the kicking position too. So, yeah.
He's doing a little bit of everything, and it's nice if you can get runs up the middle. Then that outside, it opens up a little bit for you.
as you've seen, very early in the game, we've seen how they like to box the inside with like 400 guys there in the middle. Like they make the front seven. I mean, they have like 5 big guys on that line of scrimmage.
Yes.
So clearly, their top priority is to stop the inside run. So when you can establish that inside run, which it seems like there's been an aspect of that, especially those B gap, C gap kind of runs. How about we then go to the next option there, to go for these jet sweeps, to go for these play action passes, go for those long balls. I mean, most of the touchdowns here have been through the air.
Indeed. A timeout by Lincoln. They want to talk things over. They're trying to keep Pioneer from getting a score here as they continue to battle hard. These two teams, again, the varsity teams will play tomorrow at Lincoln, 7 p.m. Fantastic field over there. Check out the great turf of Lincoln. That is going to be on the NFHS network. I did find that. I will tweet that out a bit later for you if you want to watch. That does require a subscription, unfortunately, but if you do have that, I always have the subscription so I can scout out teams.
You said it was a gray field?
I believe Lincoln has the gray field, similar to the
Cool.
factory.
That is cool. Dude, when's our field going to get purple, man? It's getting a little older, bro.
That would be a first indeed. Back as that's grabbed. Lon moves it over to the near side. Running out there is Walker. Walker gets the edge. Walker trying to come down to the 25, down to the 20. Is that Walker? Yeah, no, that's Henley. Forgive me. 18, not 10. But Henley gets a good run there.
Randleman had a good block there near the end of that exchange. It just seems like the fundamentals of football seem to be working pretty well for the Pioneers.
Absolutely.
Which when you have bad things happening, which we don't, right? I mean, why
Yes.
bad things happen is because you're not thinking of the fundamentals. You're trying to get too cute with it. Right now, they're doing pretty hot.
And how you reply to bad things, because they always will happen at some point.
Yeah, that's true. Life happens.
Indeed. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Looked like Rendleman was going to go in motion. Again, Henley in the backfield with Lon. Lon, shotgun formation, takes that snap. Hands off. Lon keeps it. Lon trying to get the corner. Lon trying to get, and he's dragged out before he can get to the corner. That was really, really good defense back there by, I believe that was Lap out there who chased him down. He did not let Lon get the edge.
Yeah, Lon having a really good game. Not Usain Bolt. I mean, no one can be as fast as Usain Bolt, and so he does got really good speed. But as you mentioned earlier, the defense. It's just there. You try to get to the outside. At least you get a little bit of positive yardage here. It's only second down, so we've got room to make it.
And they did not buy the fake there.
No, not at all.
So 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Lon calling for a snap, shotgun formation. That time he hands off to Henley. Henley directly up the middle. Henley has some room. Henley coming down past the 10, the 5, touchdown. There's a running touchdown. Henley puts it in, and that is going to make it 44-6 Pioneer. There is a number of players down. A couple Lincoln players down. Again, good job. One of the Pioneer players giving a hand up to the Lincoln player. Love to see that, but we do have a Lincoln player still down on the turf. So we're going to hope that he'll be all right. Now, both you and I are Eastern grads, and I will admit, the gray field I never really understood until going on a tour of the factory where Coach Creighton has his "We will play anyone, anywhere, anytime," including a parking lot with broken glass. I did not realize that is why it's gray. That is the parking lot of the factory. It's gray because it's the parking lot of the factory, and that's where they will play anyone, anywhere.
That's like the Field of Dreams, the parking lot of broken glass. I love that guy.
Coach Creighton has a lot of energy. Him, Harbaugh. There are some energetic coaches out there.
At one of the EMU games a few years ago. I have a number 16 Charlie Batch jersey that I like to wear to those games.
Love that. Went to school with him, yeah.
Well, that's really cool. One of the things, and so I was just sitting there at the game, and one guy walks up to me. He's like, "Hey," taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, you know who number 16 on Eastern is?" I'm like, "Yeah, Charlie Batch." And he's like, "Stay there." He walks up. And I'm like, surely this guy just has Charlie Batch in the press box, bro. And who comes lumbering down is there is good old Charles Batch himself, Super Bowl champion.
I love that.
First year, so I'm like, hey, I dap him up. I got a picture with them. And then, that was kind of in my Wikipedia editing era at that point. I'm a nerd, a teacher, got that Wikipedia in me. So I cropped that photo that he took, and that's Charlie Batch's Wikipedia photo.
Here comes a kick as here's an opportunity for Rendleman to kick it there. I have a Charlie Batch action figure. One of the few people probably who has that. Up,
really cool.
the kick, right foot, and no good. I don't think it got over the line as that got blocked, but good opportunity for Rendleman to try and get that.
Yeah, when you're up this early, when you're up this much in the game, might as well try and make that happen. But I mean, these squib kicks, I don't know if they even, I mean, have they been higher than the O linemen? Like, we got some big O linemen down there.
Oh, they do have some large
So
offensive linemen. Someone got big mid up there.
Yeah, exactly, and Lips Lincoln as well. You always got to push the person into someone. It's a team effort there, pushing them into them, having just like someone fall on the ball.
Absolutely.
As well, it happens. But hey,
well, you try and do everything, get everyone going. So it should be a running clock situation as we are beyond the 35-point margin. So it's 36. So that's going to end up being a running clock situation. Now, if the score gets back underneath that 35-point margin, then it will go back to normal clock operations. But all these players on the field, they're just looking for more opportunities, more plays to get better. Rendleman back, ready to kick again. Pioneer bunched up. Rendleman counts him down. All the way back deep for Lincoln. Back right around the 15-yard line is Lapp. And over on the far side, I believe that is still Hurd. Rendleman raises his hand, comes up. Right foot into it as that comes over to the near side. Grab there and down as that's Katz who grabbed that up back. That's going to be Lincoln's going to have really good starting field position as the up back doing a very good job. That's a large man who probably doesn't get to touch the football a lot who did a good job of handling it.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Usually when you have a guy with like number 90 or 60 or something with the football, it's just like all right. In a way, it felt weird to say. I was almost like, dude, go. Come on, go. Make your dream come true. Score a touchdown. But I mean, it's hard to root against the Pioneers. But it is fun to see those. I mean, we've seen a heck of a lot. They probably more than we'll ever see ever again, maybe. Or not, I don't know. But the up man magic. And at this point, maybe you replace the back man with the up man.
There you go.
And try and see if you can get the kick returner up on the front side and see maybe if he makes some magic happen. But then, hey, if you have a really good kick, now you got number 90 there in the backfield. Maybe he goes for a heck of a run, too. Or
Absolutely. Timeout Pioneer. That will be their first timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts here as 2:42 left to go. The clock does stop on timeout, of course. As Pioneer trying to continue and their defensive stand. Lincoln again looking to cut in. They want to get this clock back to normal clock operation. They'd like to come back and score. Again, these two, the varsity squads tangling tomorrow at Lincoln, 7 o'clock. We'd love to see you there. Love to see a big crowd of both Rail Splitter and Pioneer fans out there. We'll tweet out the link to the NFHS network, but please come down and cheer on those teams. And hopefully, if everything works out from work, I can be there and see you in the stands. Lincoln comes back out onto the field with the offense. Bentley still out there. He has had some good plays. He has number 21 in the backfield with him. Going to hope that I know Stover went down injured. Don't see him in the backfield, so we hope Stover's all right. Bentley takes it. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the left, throws out to the left. That's caught coming down as that's Lapp. Lapp has the first down and more as he's going down to the 30. Lapp down to the 30, down to the 25. As they're going to mark him.
2 things. One, that was cool to see. Obviously, you want to root for the home team here, like the Take Me Out to the Ball Game song always says. But at the same time, you do love to see when there is still that kick inside the opposing team, keep you on your toes.
Absolutely.
Making sure, because they're just kids. They're here to have fun, and that kid looked like having a heck of a fun thing, or a heck of a fun time. 2, I believe I do see Stover over there with his helmet off, perhaps limping next to a coach in the gray.
So we hope he'll be all right and get better there. So Brentley takes it, running to the right as he's going to go up the field and to counter some resistance and continue to battle and continue to push. He took and got a lot of yards after contact. They'll take right down to the 18. So that should be about 3 or 4 yards.
Bentley kept the ball. Tackled by a plethora of Pioneers.
So a number of Pioneers on that.
2nd and 3.
So 2nd and 3 for Lincoln. They are continuing to battle. They have their eyes on a touchdown here.
Which would stop the running clock, which would make things a little slower down. Perhaps if they can make something happen here. I've seen crazier things happen. So if you're on Pioneer, you get this stop here, you're probably sitting pretty.
Anything can happen as they have the heavy formation to the left. Everyone back over to the left as Bentley throws it out, and that's a catch and a touchdown as that was a throw out to Eilertson. And again, they've only run out of that formation, and they were setting up that play, run out of it, and then they have Eilerton sneak out and catch the touchdown.
Yeah, the heavy formation, there was first half, there was like the strong side run, and then that broke free. The strong side run that scored, and it did that weak side run that got blown out, and now they went for this almost like a play action pass where Iverson did get available. No one was even close to him. There was even the second closest guy was the other wide receiver.
Absolutely.
So no matter as long as that ball was in fair territory, it was going to be a tutty for other rail splitters there.
Well-designed play there, and that caught Pioneer off guard.
No kidding.
Now again, everyone bunches up. Heavy formation to the left. Bentley takes it. Bentley running to the left, and he's taken down as quickly on top of him is Gregg. Again, another tackle by Gregg. And that will stop the 2-point conversion. So that will make it 42-12. So that'll be a 30-point differential, and the clock will go back to normal clock operation. And again, that's momentum. That's something that Lincoln can pin their hats to and try and build on that the rest of the game.
Yeah, it is momentum. Does feel like the Pioneers are pretty good at snagging momentum, though.
Yes.
Have we seen them play? I mean, we can think of, I think of a few plays that we've seen are pretty momentum-shifting plays while we've had the momentum. So at the same time, while there's still, it's good to see that there's still that kick in the rail splitters. There's still that fight left in them. Perhaps a little too late. Perhaps Pioneer has an answer here. Looking for a big play here, maybe even a big play opening this drive could definitely set the tone.
Deep back on the far side is Rendelman.
Oh, miscommunication here, looking like from the upbacks.
Deep back on the near side is Leverett Knox. As Lincoln comes out. Well, Stover is out there kicking, so hopefully that means he is healthy. Good to see. Again, multi-talented individual, both running and kicking. Again, you can get asked to do a lot on a football team if you're so willing.
Bro, I can't do any of those things. Imagine doing both at a great level. I can barely speak English.
I understand that. As Stover back. 5 players to his right, 5 players to his left. .49 seconds left here in the third. Stover comes up, right foot into it. As that's caught on the fly, trying to run back. As taken past the 50. I believe that was Baldwin who caught that on the run.
Yeah.
Out there on the tackle. I believe that was Lapp on the tackle. But again, boy, another good catch by an up back. And we've seen a lot of good hands on players who don't maybe traditionally have good hands.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we're beating a dead horse here when we talk about this, but life is full of surprises. The one thing I listen, I was worried about a lot of things coming here my first days of football, or as our color commentator here, or at least my trial run for back of our term. Worried about spoonifying my words, worried about talking too fast, making sense. The one thing I wasn't worried about was the up man catching the football on the kickoffs. But hey, maybe I should have done a little bit more scouting on my end.
There you go. I get that.
Because I was not prepared.
Lon has it, handing off over to the near side. Henley trying to make a man miss. He gets down to the 44-yard line, maybe 43 and a half there.
Good run from him. He's having a pretty good showing here. I think he's a backup running back, halfback there. And it does feel like he's had a touchdown earlier, I believe, as well.
Yep.
Having a good showing for himself as well. Nothing to be ashamed about. Having a good game.
Absolutely. 2nd and 6. They'll give him a gain of 4. And that will do it for the fourth quarter, or for the third quarter, excuse me. So we're going into the fourth quarter. I can count. 42-12, Pioneer with the lead going into the fourth quarter. Let's play a little push shot, and we will be right back with your fourth quarter action.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
All right, as we are back here in the fourth, 12 minutes up on the clock. 2 receivers to the short side, the left, 2 receivers to the right. 2nd and 6 from the Lincoln 43-yard line. Hand off, Henley trying to spill forward, as I believe forward progress will get him past that first down marker down to about the 37-yard line.
There's always like this dichotomy when you're in these sort of positions. When you're up a lot of points, you think of like, all right, I want to get home early. I wanna respect the game. You know, you don't want to like expose super hard like the other team, right? You want to be respectful to them. They came out here. They're still children. They're kids, right? But at the same time, you also kind of want to try new things.
Yep.
Get the guys who don't get a lot of reps in there, who are promised on the sideline that their mental reps will mean something one day, to actually have that someday be today. Get them in there. Give them some reps.
Thomas was that running back there, forgive me. And with 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, shotgun formation. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for Pioneer. Man in motion from the right to left, that's Rendelman. Juan takes it and hands off to Thomas coming up the far side. He has room.
Nice.
Breaks the tackle to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Thomas. And Pioneer puts it up to 48-12. So Pioneer answering back the Lincoln touchdown at the end of the third.
At like the 20, or maybe like the 17-yard line, Thomas made this cut that made the DB fall on the ground.
Yeah.
That is funny.
It was impressive.
That
he
is
made a
impressive.
cut kind of slanting towards the near side and did a really good job there.
The old Chris Berman whoop would be in good measure there.
Indeed. Pioneer going for the 2-point conversion. I believe Thomas is still the back in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. 1 to the right. The lone receiver to the right is Leverett Knox. Lon takes the snap. Hands off. Nice. Thomas up the middle, and the 2-point conversion is good. That's 50-12. Pioneer puts it back to, at this point, a 38-point lead. So that will put the clock back in running clock. So good answer back. You know, Lincoln scores. You think maybe they get some momentum going, but Pioneer drives down, methodical drive, answers back.
We're good. You have that. You always gotta respect your opponent. Not disrespecting your opponent is just a recipe for disaster. Maybe not necessarily this game, but perhaps down the road when you're in situations that are beneficial for you, but still not out of the question, or at least out of the ordinary for your opponent. You want to just get your kids in the mindset of again, as I kind of mentioned earlier, as we opened the third quarter, you're businessmen. You have a job to do. Your shift is for 4 quarters. You do not get to go home mentally until your shift is over. After that, party time, right? Just stay all business, baby.
Rendleman gets it set at the 40-yard line. Back deep again. Back there is Lapp, as well as, I believe that's Hurd on the far side. No, excuse me, that's 31. So I don't have that on my roster. Coming down.
Go.
The up back grabs it. Running out there is Eilertson.
Oh,
Eilertson
no.
makes a man miss. Eilertson coming down the far side, down to the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 15, and the 15, the 5, and touchdown. Oy. So Lincoln answers right back.
It was bound to happen eventually.
Yes.
Usually when you kick the kickoff, you're supposed to go like over to the other side and usually over farther than most people. But I mean, you gotta work with what you gotta work with. That is the down. Perhaps that could have happened a lot more often. I think Pioneer perhaps got a little lucky, or maybe they're practicing more with that. The smaller kickoff, but the up man, great job there. Great job there, especially at the end, because it looked like there was almost a ability for him to get tackled.
Yeah.
So good job there, just not letting up. And
he kept the Jets on.
yeah, because especially if that were to happen in one of these closer games, then that's why you got to tell your men there on the football field to not let up, right?
Bentley, shotgun formation, 21 on his left hip. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion as the receiver to the right. Bentley back. Bentley throws and caught and waiting for a signal.
Got it.
They got it. As he caught it in traffic. That was not an easy catch to make in traffic. He caught it and battled and finally got past that. So back to a 30-point lead, back to normal clock operation. Lincoln didn't let that last long. And we're right back to 50-20.
Yeah, bumper cars on like near the first down line or near the end zone are always a little scary because you got all these dudes right there. They all got these pads on. They all got this helmet on. Sometimes you lose your perception of where your body is, just bumping around back and forth. I mean, you only need that forward progress, breaking the plane, as we in the biz like to say, I guess. So yeah, I mean, it happens. Got the 2 points. 50-20 now. Still a 30-point game.
So Pioneer now has they have 3 deep backs more around the 25-yard line. Rendleman is the close one. Also over there, Mullen now is coming up a little further. Also back there is Leverett Knox. So here is Bentley to kick, not Stover. So we want to keep an eye on what's going to happen here. Speaking of a multi-talented person, right foot, that comes down, hits at the 30, picked up, coming ahead with it, as Rendleman has it, taken down right at the, just past the 35, right around the 36, 37-yard line, depending on where they spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 37-yard line. So Pioneer will start 1st and 10 from there.
I don't think Pioneer has punted yet this game. They had the interception a little earlier, and they had the fumble on the first drive.
You're right.
Now, everything else has been a score. Now, this could mean one of 2 things. One, those big old plays are working out pretty well, right? Or 2, you can just stick to the run here. Establish the run, just do these things that are working, or you can do that experimenting as we kind of talked about earlier. But we'll see pretty early on here. It does look like number 9 and number 6, the starters here are in their positions in the backfield. So it doesn't look like they're running into the bag of tricks quite yet, but we'll see once this ball is snapped.
Lon looks down at the wristband. He has 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Thomas comes to his right in shotgun formation. It's not all the way back, a full shotgun length back.
Pistol, maybe.
Yeah, pistol. Lon claps his hands, takes it, hands off to Thomas. Thomas trying to left-hand side. Thomas cuts up 45, coming down to the near side to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to 30, 20, 15, 10. Knocked out Good job again, not giving up on that play and racing down by Eilertson to stop a touchdown.
You see the referee had to, like, juke it out of the way near the middle there? That could have been a rough landing for our lovely official there. But, hey, great way. Just turn the burners on, run for your life. Didn't get the score, though, but, I mean, he's had a few this game.
Again,
So,
that good cutback to the right-hand side.
yeah.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for Pioneer. They keep 3 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Thomas remains the back in the backfield in shotgun formation. Linebackers awful tight to the line of scrimmage there. High safety is only about 5 yards back, but you do have a compressed area here in the red zone. Calling for the snap. Long low snap, but he hands it off nonetheless. Thomas has it, trying to burst through as he gets past the 10. He'll get down around the 8-yard line, but for a bobbled snap, getting that handoff was impressive. That could have been a disaster.
It almost looked like it bobbled off the ground, and just conveniently, Thomas was just there to catch. He's like, all right, I guess I'm running now. So, nevertheless, I mean, making magic out of or making chicken salad out of you-know-what. So,
Indeed.
Good job.
Absolutely. So that's 2nd and 8 on the 8-yard line. Same formation for Pioneer. So they'll say gain of 5, so 2nd and 5, excuse me. Taking handoff, Thomas up the middle, and he scores right up the middle. Great blocking by that O-line as they blew up a couple of holes, and Pioneer gets back on the board. Well, if you had, obviously, we don't support any betting of any kind on high school football. but were you to say the over,
You had the over.
that would probably be a good assumption on this game.
Yeah, I don't know if the Twitter banner ads are doing high school football. I don't think they have that. Well, hopefully that does not come anytime soon.
Hopefully not.
No,
Hopefully
sir.
not. 8:47 left to go. 56-20 Pioneer with the lead. Trying for the 2-point conversion here. Lon has it. Again, Thomas to his left, 2 receives to his left, 2 to the right. High safety creeping forward, handoff to, no, fake. Lon's coming to the far side. Lon trying to get that, and he just can't get the edge. As Lincoln able to push him out, that will keep it 56-20. Still, it's over the 35-point differential, so we will go right back to a running clock. 8:47 left to go here in the 4th. The Pioneer offense has definitely got their money worth in this game, and they have been impressive.
Yeah, spreading the ball around, not really relying off of one thing, multifaceted, really like a showcase match, not necessarily like, well, I don't know if you ever watched WCW where Goldberg, this big old guy, would just wail his opponent and beat him in 10 seconds, but it just feels like it's not necessarily one of those games, more of just an all-around showing from the guys in purple.
Indeed,
there's not really one player just carrying the torch. I mean, we've called Greg's name 1,000 times. We've called Leverett Knox's name 1,000 times. Lon's name 1,000 times. We've called almost 11 players' names 1,000 times because, I mean, they're putting a heck of a show.
Wasn't Goldberg an offensive lineman at Minnesota? Am I remembering that right?
No, he was on the Falcons, I'm pretty sure.
Falcons,
The
okay.
Falcons? You're thinking of Brock Lesnar.
That's what I'm
He
thinking.
was a
I'm
D-lineman
thinking,
on the...
Yeah. You got those wrestlers who turn into really good linemen.
That's true.
Randleman ready to kick it away, and that's a chip kick and grabbed as that'll be grabbed right at the 49-yard line. Good hands by Mallet to catch that. Lincoln will have very good field position after the run back. Pioneer being very, very careful with it. And let their defense try and impose their will. Lincoln's going to try and drive right back down and answer back.
Seeing some new faces there in for the defense. Haven't seen these numbers yet. Nice to see to get the young guns some action.
Absolutely.
See the shiniest back play in my entire life there from 74. Blinding my eyes, bro. Put that thing away.
8:31 and counting here. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Rail Splitters. Bentley has 21 on his right-hand side. 2 receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right. Bentley takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws over to the right-hand side, and intercepted as going up. Leverett Knox got it. It looked like it might go past him, but he was able to get those big hands up there and come down with it.
Yeah, the second closest guy at Leverett Knox was the other DB, like the safety or whatever. So while it did look like that was a bomb from the QB, just right out of position, or right in the proper position, was Leverett Knox scooping that thing up. And now all that talk about, we're going back to the running clock, or not the running clock, or the walking clock, or
normal clock operation.
Put that thing away. We're not worrying about that right now. We're back to the Pioneer offense. We just get to run the ball a little bit, or have a magic miracle from Thomas once again. I don't know. That guy's always up to something on the football field, and it's always a good thing.
Pioneers sets up. They keep 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bounced at the line of scrimmage. Lon back there. Thomas back there with him. DB's tight to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
1 safety again high all the way back around the 42-yard line. And off to Thomas. Cuts to his left. Finds a little bit of room and barrels forward. Contact made, and he still drives out to the 36-yard line. Good work to try and get through contact there.
Even when you do get down, when you're a football player who's got the ball, you're going to get tackled. It happens, right? I mean, Even though this guy Thomas is having a phenomenal game, he's been tackled like 30 or so times. Is that a bad thing? I mean, no. All kind of what it is kind of how you're tackled. Because I'm seeing what he was doing a lot is he's always leaning forward and gaining those extra yards, right? Which obviously football game at inches, right? That saying's been said forever. But when you can kind of get in the mindset for doing that over and over and over and over again, it's a really good habit to have.
That's where Blake Corum always gained yards no matter how much.
Exactly.
He always fell forward. That was a good tackle back there by Connor Ross, by the way, for the Rail Splitters. 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line. Pioneer taking their time, letting the clock run. 6 minutes and 8 seconds and counting. 56-20. Pioneer with the lead. 1 receiver to left, 3 to the right for Lon. Lon takes it, hands off to Thomas. Thomas cuts to the right-hand side. Thomas gets away from 1 tackler. Thomas taken down as he'll get out to the 45, 46-yard line. Again, that was Connor Ross who hung with him as he was trying to break that tackle. Connor Ross managed to keep his arms around him and drag him down.
Connor Ross having a good game, too. Called his name on defense quite a bit here as well. Good to get those stats up for the Max Preps account.
Indeed. Keep the receivers balanced. To the left, to the right.
What do they go for the pass here? I mean, you want to get home, right, eventually, but it does look like you might have a good matchup there on the far side. We'll see.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line for Pioneer. Shotgun formation. Lon puts a man in motion. Handoff, jet sweep coming to the far side. Room and, taken right down. 2-yard gain back there as that was Cerniglia who went out and got out there. Connor Ross again with a big tackle.
A few yards there on the jet sweep. Again, sometimes that play mentioned earlier can be a disaster. Every now and then you'll see the jet sweep for like 2 yards. Not necessarily a lot of happens, but when you go to the jet sweep, sometimes it's bound to happen. It really like the closing speed from the guy who ended up tackling him, though. It looked like a big hit.
Yeah, he was coming from the middle. He's made a couple tackles in the middle and got all the way out to the far side.
When you're a Mike linebacker, the one thing you got to be good at is tackling. So, good for him. Seems to be working out pretty well.
Shotgun formation. Man in motion from the left to the right. That's Rendleman. Hand off to Thomas. Thomas trying up the middle. Thomas has room. 1st down and more to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, 5. Thomas, the Jets. And was he taken down just shy? I think he might have gotten tackled right around the 1-yard line or so.
Seems to be what the referee is signifying as well. Looks like spotting this. Look at the
looks
2.
Like, right around between the. He'll put it at the 3-yard line. So that must have been when his knee went down. But again, good job to continue to chase down that runner. You could have just let him go. And keep the battle.
Always
We're under
keep
4
fighting.
minutes to go.
Gotta keep fighting, no matter if you're up or down. Just keep
Thomas
fighting.
comes out. Baldwin comes in for Pioneer. So Baldwin now the back in the backfield, back behind Lon. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Baldwin on Lon's left hip. Defense crowding the line of scrimmage. Lon, low snap, and that's down on the turf. We'll see who got it. As it was a low snap, and that is Lincoln's ball. So the Lincoln defense hops on the ball as it was low. Lon tried to get it up, and it just slipped out of his hands as the defense was right on him. That'll be a turnover. And again, new running back coming in.
Yeah, I've noticed a few low snaps around all throughout the game. I mean, if you can handle a low snap, if you just know that's how your center likes to snap it, completely fine, live your life. But at the same time, I play a little bit of center. Backup center, 2017, 2016, and snapping is just the most important thing. And I also see the Lincoln rails, the Lincoln center. He has what's called what we always call the flop snap, where he kind of just palms the top of the ball instead of holding it like an actual football throw. So sometimes centers, depending on how they throw it, it can kind of usually the flop will be a little higher, and then the normal one can sometimes be a little lower. Higher.
Bentley has it back, throws it over to the far side, and that just trying to get it over to Connor Ross, and that just out of his reach. Passing complete, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes and 11 seconds and counting. Well, it is amazing how important that snap is, and that's something that, as much as you work on it, you don't always have a defender right on top of you doing it, and game time is a little different.
That's true. I mean, it's like the lineman always lineman never touched the ball. The center touches the ball every single play.
Yes.
I think I've said it all starts with him to when we reference 5 different positions this game, but it literally does start with the center, right? So when you can master that snap, then you don't gotta worry about that for the rest of your life.
Especially you do a lot of shotgun in high school, not a lot of under center.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a tougher battle. Bentley takes it, hands it off, trying to far side, number 21. He gets past the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple yards over on the far side. Looks like they're going to mark it right about the 8-yard line. That would be a gain of 8. That would be 3rd and 7 then. Clock counting down under 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go. So they'll say gain of 2, 3rd and 8. Again, 56-20 Pioneer with the lead. We're now under a minute to go. No one in a huge hurry here. Just trying to play out the game, get the snaps, make good things happen. As Bentley pointing out coverage for his wide receivers, gets them back a little bit, pulls one of them off the line of scrimmage. Man in motion from the right to the left. Bentley takes it, fakes the handoff, throws over to the near side. That's caught, as that's Connor Ross barreling forward. He'll get out to the 25-yard line before he's tackled. That's a first down, 20 seconds left to go. The running clock, we're now down to 15. We'll see if Lincoln gets another play off. And looks like they'll be happy to get that last first down, end the game on a positive play. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that is the game. Pioneer JV wins 36-20. Again, tomorrow, 7 o'clock at Lincoln, the varsity squad will tangle. Please come out to Lincoln, see that game. We'll tweet out the NFHS network. A link as that will be broadcast by Lincoln on the NFHS network. I want to thank Ryan Williams, our color commentator. Thank you very much. And my name's Mark Wiseman. And what do you think coming back and doing a little work on the sling game for us next Friday?
I'm open.
Excellent. Well, we would love to.
I'll keep my schedule open, my friend. I do greatly appreciate the opportunity
Absolutely.
here. As these two teams meet in the middle to say, job well done. Football is a beautiful thing. I think that it's like almost like an art form when you look at it sometimes. It's just like these moments that you'll remember. Some of these moments these kids are going to remember for the rest of their life. And it's really cool to see from the booth explain that to the people at home, although they should be here because it's a really fun atmosphere in the stadium. To explain these what could be not like altering, but certainly core memories for some of these gentlemen there who seem to be pretty excited for some reason. I wonder why. Might it be because they scored 56 points, which might be more points than I ever scored. Well, I mean, I scored 0. Okay, I didn't score anything. But I don't think we ever scored 56 points in a JV game. So, an offensive showcase for our Pioneers. Great job to these gentlemen.
We want to thank our cameraman, James Wiseman. Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic evening. We will be back on Sunday for field hockey here, 11 a.m. at Hollway Field. Check that out. Thank you and good night.